Well, good evening and welcome to the Ham Radio Clubhouse. I'm back.
Play that again.
What's up,
I know, it
guys?
was a good one.
That was excellent.
That had some riffs in there. That had some groove in there. Somebody was at, Don N5SKT says, I feel like Joe Brett picked the music tonight. It's a little slow. Sorry we didn't have any speed metal in there. I'm still waiting for K at MRD to send me his demo tape.
That's
should. I would like to have that track, just the music only, and just playing behind us. You know, real.
Oh yeah, while we're chatting.
Yeah. So when you say talk amongst yourselves, we can listen to the music because we're not going to talk.
we can just turn the music up and be done with it. Right.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be back. There was a great FedEx debacle. So for those that are new, or those that are on the podcast, I recently changed positions at work, so I had to get a home set up because I work from home 2 days a week, which is fantastic because the commute consists solely of taking a leak, don't step on the dog, and just plug it into the computer. So I'm totally on board with this. But so
you got to keep the shirt hanging nearby for the Zoom call.
Yeah, exactly. So my boss, when we had our little sit down, he told me, guys, just make sure that you're camera ready if we have a meeting that we need to jump into. And I was like, okay. So I have a collared shirt that hangs over here. And I was like, I just throw that on right quick. I was like, so basically I could sit in my drawers and go to work. But coolest thing ever. I know that's TMI for most of you. But anyway, so I was being proactive, and I said, you know what? I'm going to order a desk. I'm going to get everything set up. That way, when it's time to switch over, I'm good to go. Ordered my desk a week early. Everything showed up except the top of the desk. So I had everything but no desk. And I didn't know that I guess they'd sent it in 2 separate shipments. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just get, later today, I'll get the rest of it. So I disassembled my previous setup and set it over on the kitchen table. And I looked over and I was like, I sent a picture to the guys last week and I was like, I'm not going to make it. I have nothing to stream from and the computer is sitting there.
That's such nonsense.
Like,
you call yourself a ham radio operator like Stu Poda. Listen, you take your rig and antenna, you go mobile, you set it up in 5 minutes. Do you have a coffee table or what table were you looking? What table were you working with the week before?
Well,
Evan, cheers.
It was this little laptop desk.
Oh,
and none of it will fit on it.
It's below you now. I get it.
It is, yeah.
Literally.
It's literally down there.
Because it's
because I'm standing up right now, which for those of you who don't have the ability to stand up at work, try it sometime. It actually is a game changer.
I'm going to do the
I
show
would stand up right now, but there's some things I don't want to share with all y'all because I'm not, wearing
drawers.
I'm pulling a Shane tonight.
Right. So, Evan, thanks for the $20 super chat, buddy. And we had a new subscriber. I think was it Mark? Was it Mark? I'm sorry. Anyway,
do they know what they're getting themselves into?
Apparently not. They're brand new, so we got to be gentle. But if you would like to join, become a member of the channel, there's a few different options down there, and you get some really cool badges, and we appreciate it. And as most of you know, it comes back to the channel. And Bob, it's blocked. Bob, thanks for acknowledging the Cigar Lounge. And how many months? 8 months now.
8 months.
That is fantastic.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, I like how StreamYard's actually bringing that into the chat, so I don't have to have the chat window open anymore.
It just started doing that on our last show. Last night, Steve and I called.
Hold on. What's happening?
So in the StreamYard chat, you can actually see all of the like when we have new channel members and new subscribers and stuff like that. It actually shows up here, so we don't have to pop out the chat over in YouTube. So
fancy
modern technology.
Right.
So that's enough of me. Let's move that way, and we'll chit chat with Steve. So how you been, man?
Been good. Just got back from Nashville. I went and spent a couple of days with 250 of my closest mothers. That was the group of mothers from Rolling to Remember.
Oh, nice, yeah.
That were at the Blue Star Mothers convention in Nashville. So snapped a quick picture with them. And actually, with the help of some of our channel members and a few other donations, they received $1,100.
Nice.
To help their cause.
Very good.
So, thank you guys for helping out with that. But
there's a lot of Steve to get around, eh, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
My dance card was full. My dance card was full.
Apparently, Steve brings in the ladies. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
That was
We had
like
fun.
that was like the
Ladies.
deli counter. That was the deli counter.
Deli
Well,
I'm telling you, man.
We went down to Broadway one night there in Nashville and got back to the hotel at 2, and then had to get up Friday and still function. That was good. Huntsville.
Were
Looks
you
like
the
it was
only
a
guy there,
success
Steve?
then.
I was one of probably 6 men in that room.
Oh wow.
Son, even with that ratio,
That's a nice ratio, man.
Life is good.
even you could,
That increases
you're-
his chances. That's
So
what
you're saying there's a chance.
So
I mean, a blind squirrel finds a nut every so
Well,
often. So
one of the ladies is actually
speak.
a ham radio operator.
Sorry, Steve's wife. We mean no offense.
Well, one of the ladies is actually a ham radio operator, and
Oh,
so
nice.
she asked about, because I mentioned the channel just real quick in my speech, and she goes, "So what channel is it?" And I'm like, "Oh God, help us!" I said, "I apologize."
Why would you
now.
ever mention this channel's name in a speech?
You guys help donate. So those that threw money my way, I had to give them props.
So I got to go back to 2 comments before we move on there. But
Okay.
one of them I love. Scott says, hold on, where is it? Daniel can clubhouse from a remote Canadian bass boat, but Shane needs a table. Now that is some real first world problems right there.
You're right, Scott.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My OCD gets the
And then
best of me.
where is it? Here you go. The smoking ape. I don't know if the rest of us should be offended by this comment, but the smoking ape says Steve is actually a nice guy. Still not sure what he's doing on this show.
Well, I haven't gotten the invite over to Coffee and Ham Radio.
Yeah,
yet,
that's true.
So
That's true.
there's no love there.
Now we've tried. Every time I'm like, man, we got nobody else to come on the show. Let's see if we can get one of those guys from the clubhouse to fill in.
And they
Yeah.
always end up with Joe Britt.
And well, everybody's always working.
Consolation
Joe
prize.
Brett, and Joe Brett is the only one available.
Well, I was just saying.
Hold on. Did you ever ask? No. Okay.
No.
I
Steve
didn't.
Elliott.
I mean, T.O. probably did.
Steve Elliott is a
Theoretically.
new member to the channel. K5SDE. Thank you, Steve. We appreciate that, buddy.
Welcome to the Balfang Army.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this Saturday is the only Saturday for the month of August I'll actually be home.
Wow.
So yeah, traveling.
You-
pool.
So is
I
it
was
all?
gonna say, you
Is it
have,
all for the Gold Star mothers, or what is it?
No, so that was Blue Star Mothers. There were a couple
Yeah.
of Gold Star Mothers that were there. And for those that don't know the difference, a Blue Star Mother currently has a child serving. A Gold Star Mother has lost a child. So, hold them very near and dear. And anytime they need me, they know they can call me, and I will do what I can. But yeah, I'm home this weekend, Huntsville the following, and then I've got another motorcycle event the last weekend of the month. So
Nice.
I need
Gotta
to get
enjoy
out
it while
more.
you still can.
Yeah.
Man, it's getting chilly every night now.
oh, it's 90 degrees here right
I was
now.
about to say, I'm looking down here. It says 103. So
It's it's down to
62
78
right now.
here, but it rained today.
wow.
No, sorry, it's down to 89.
Oh,
But
We're 62 right now. And
Anybody get
what's
their lotto
the physical
tickets?
percent?
Not in
Oh, is that-
Alabama,
is that-
I didn't.
is that tonight?
that is tonight.
Oh, that's the
Why not in
1.5
Alabama?
billion dollar one.
1.58 bill.
They
Yep.
don't have. We don't have Mega Millions. I have to drive to the Georgia rest stop.
Oh, I'd
Get
cause
tickets.
a riot, Jim. That's
Yeah, no
man,
kidding.
They're messing with your lunch money, dude.
You can't get them. You can't get them in Mississippi either, son.
Yeah, I got 2 of them, buddy.
Get away, Mega
Yeah,
Millions.
yeah.
How did your Baptist let that happen? Because our Baptists think that have nothing to do with no lottery. That's the devil's work.
But they'll do bingo. Jim, they'll do bingo, right?
Do what now?
They'll have bingo.
Yeah, they'll have bingo. Well, that's the
Yeah, go for
Catholics.
that.
The
There you go. Thank you,
Baptists,
Steve. Thank you,
the
Steve.
Catholics are all about the bingo and
Yeah.
the fire hall and all that. But you know,
For those of you who may not have access to it, there's this app called Jackpocket. I swear it's not a dating app, but you can actually purchase. I'm buying my Mega Millions tickets right now.
Oh, buy me one.
Yeah.
see,
Buy
I
me
tried
one.
to. I tried to do
Buy
that
me
by
one.
buying
I'll give you $1.
It's
Georgia
$2.
Lottery. Georgia Lottery won't sell me tickets
How much?
because I show up as in
Yeah, because it has to know
forbidden state.
your exact
Yeah.
location.
Yeah.
Shane, whatever it is, I'll do that Venmo or that PayPal, whatever it takes.
I bought 5 tickets, so there we go.
I motion the clubhouse buy 100 tickets. No.
I'm
If you're
actually
in-
serious. If one of y'all can get me some tickets tonight, I will PayPal you the cash right.
No,
I need to start. I need to start a group. Well, here's what we ought to do.
Channel, damn it, back channel.
So in
Here, look at Dennis's comment. I support Dennis's comment. Should do a lotto drive with super chats.
right, we should have done that
after
last
taxes, they're saying that's like 700 for the U.S. I don't know. Canada is probably like $5, but for the U.S. after taxes is like 757 million is the cash payout.
Yeah, something like that.
Holy crap!
Isn't that nuts?
Huntsville will be
Yeah,
so fun.
but certain
Right.
yeah, but
783.3.
yeah, but hold on, guys. Certain games do not pay out the whole thing. There may be 30.
Mega Millions does.
I'm gonna screw up this word. Anonymity payments, and if
Annuity.
you die, annuity,
Annuities.
and if you annuities.
You have the option.
If you die,
You can
will
get
it
an
to
annuity,
someone.
or you can get a cash payout.
I always
You
get the
can't get-
cash, baby.
Yes.
I was just saying, I want that cash payout.
But-
Yeah, I want the
the
cash.
cash,
At
baby.
my age, yeah, I want the cash
Yeah.
now.
The cash payout is 783.3 million,
Yeah.
Yep.
Take it.
which means a flex for everybody on stream when I win.
There,
So what do you got? What do you got?
You get a flex.
What do you
get a
guys
flex,
tax
we
on
don't
that
get a
winning?
flex.
What do you guys get taxed? So
It would be 34% on that much money.
I'm not sure what it is in Texas.
I was gonna say
a
it's
lot.
45 to 50%.
Yeah,
here.
probably.
I have a question. So like people who hate rich people, if they win the lottery, do they all of a sudden not hate rich people?
Or
I'm just-
they
I'm just-
suddenly hate themselves.
No,
Yeah,
they already
like,
hate
I'm just-
themselves.
I'm just kind of
For not buying the
I don't
ticket.
know.
Four-wheeling
It's
redneck,
like-
thanks for the 8-month, buddy.
It's like that,
for
like that. It's a different kind of midlife crisis where someone's like, "Do I take it or not?" Then I'll be a hypocrite. So,
I bet,
but,
I bet you could get over it fairly quickly.
Thank
I'm
you,
sure.
Rod. Thank you, Rod. I'm sorry.
you're like every time I feel bad, I'll just pay myself $200,000.
I'll
feel
wipe
better
up my
about
tears
myself
in
already.
$100 bills.
So
Abe says he'd fill his above ground pool with Miller Lite.
I could see him doing that.
That is classy, son.
redneck from
my
Georgia.
God, I love that man.
I mean, there'd be
love that
signs
man.
if Ape wins the lottery. There'd be
Oh,
signs.
absolutely. Don N5SKT says a flex, a step IR, and a 60-foot tower. Let's
Hell
go
yeah.
full 200 feet.
Well,
Come on now.
I was gonna say, but if we're gonna do it, we got to do the dream beam, not just a step IR, but the full on
I mean,
dream
if
beam.
Can we
I
get
had
like
that
a
kind of
stack?
money,
Yeah.
I want a
Yeah.
full wave 160 meter tower. Let's not be sissies about this. Let's do it.
Exactly. Money is
Hold on,
not an option.
So listen, before somebody here wins $1 billion, Shane, are you grabbing a ticket for me? What's the story? Who do I have to pay to get me a
I got
ticket?
5 tickets.
We can't
Yeah?
talk about that on stream.
What are we doing? We're talking about tickets to the
charity
the
ball
high
for
school
the-
dance.
For the poor children.
Yeah, seriously.
I need to do. You know what I should do? I should set up a Ham Radio Clubhouse lottery pool, and anyone who wants to join the lottery pool on Jackpocket is more than welcome to. Because then it just doesn't matter where you are.
There
It
you
just
go.
seems like a
There
legal
you go.
landmine situation.
It's not.
right there,
It's not.
buddy.
I've got one for work.
When Daniel's over here sweating, and it's making me nervous too.
Shane, I guarantee
What?
you, if there's a clubhouse,
Molson
pool
wants in on
and we,
this thing.
and we win, somebody's going to sue somebody.
No,
That shit
we're
will
all
be tied
friends,
up in
man.
court from for
Molson
$747
left
million.
that-
I don't know any of y'all at all.
Guys,
Nope, don't know.
guys,
Never
guys,
seen them.
I don't know any of you
Mol-
sons of bitches.
Molson left that Zamboni up in the North Country.
Yeah.
So guess what? He's got to figure out how to get it back.
Well, the thing with Jackpocket is they collect the money and then they divide it out to everybody based on what your percentage was. So you don't even get it. You get whatever your percentage was from them.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you're
like
not
even-
buying
even
actual
here-
tickets from the
Yeah,
lottery.
no,
You're buying into
you
a,
are. No, you
Or
are.
you're buying into a pool that's buying lottery tickets.
No, I'm doing individual. You can do
Okay.
either one.
So if
on
you
the,
win,
on the Jackpocket
if
app.
you win, you're going to get the whole enchilada.
the whole thing, yeah.
Okay,
Listen, we all know none of us are going to win.
right.
But
Hey, I won $16 last week.
ooh, that's $1.5 billion.
Yeah.
But do you guys? So here, if you win, so say I was to go and I win 50 million or whatever it is. When I go to claim it, I can. When I'm there, I can specify who's getting what. there? Like, so say I wanted to give something to my mom, my sister, and all that.
No,
And then they
no,
send
no,
it
no,
directly.
you don't do
So
it there. No, you don't do it there. You that's a private. Those are private transactions.
oh no, we do here. You can do it there because then you're not nailed with the taxes. That's on their.
That's
wing.
nice.
Oh,
That's not bad. And you're not taxed on the whole thing. That's not bad.
you know, Mike.
So, like,
Mike
if-
brings up a good point. What are we going to do for Sealand?
We're going to
We'll just
buy
buy it.
land.
We'll just buy it
No,
outright.
Yeah.
but are we going to charge taxes on Sealand,
No, we don't. It's
or we're not going to charge room and board?
we're going to charge by the drink, and we hope that you tip well.
Okay.
We're gonna charge by lottery
That's
tickets.
right.
Yes.
Okay. But
So
Ron
just
says the app doesn't work for Washington.
the previous largest jackpot on Mega Millions was 1.537 billion. October
person's
2018. Well, they were from South Carolina, so
No, that explains it.
there's that.
They're
So, yeah, they're
bankrupt, aren't they?
Yep.
Are
And now
they?
that-
No, seriously.
There was
Probably.
a single
Yeah,
Powerball winner.
it's not the dumbest
within
thing,
The last
like-
couple weeks that won over $1 billion.
I agree,
Yeah.
Molson.
They were in-
That is a dumb thing.
and they were in
Molson.
California.
Yeah.
Shocking.
It's not, but guys, that's the craziest thing. Most people win these Mega Million stuff or like billions. You look them up. Most of them go bankrupt.
Because
It's
they're
insane.
stupid.
Hookers and below, baby.
Right, and they hire the
Or a
rolling, and they
27-bedroom house.
right, and then they go
But
But you
hire.
can't keep your trailer parked in the
Right.
same place for
But they
more
hire
than
the
6
Rolling
months.
Stones or Van Halen, and it's a party for the neighborhood.
That's right. Oh man, Aerosmith would be here in the yard.
Oh, so you spend the $1
Do
million
a live
on
intro
it.
for the clubhouse.
We're
we
partying at
live
Jim's
stream
cabin.
from Jim's backyard.
Yeah, there you go. Scout 75
For 19
says
minutes
the day
in, we
after-
haven't gone around the.
We
Sorry,
made
go
it to
ahead.
Steve. So Scout 75
Yeah.
says the day after the lottery. Shane, sorry guys, we didn't win. On a unrelated note, I quit my job. I bought an island in the Caribbean, and I'm quitting the show. So long, losers.
And your desk just arrived.
Yeah, my desk just got here.
Send it back.
Yeah, it's gone.
You know what I would do?
Let's,
If I want $1 billion, I'd buy like Yesu. And then, no, seriously, think about it. I'd buy Yesu, and then I would change our slogan to your speculation, your radio. That's what I'm going to
yeah,
change.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so Steve and I have gone, and I don't remember what the original layout was. So we're just going to go the opposite direction. Wait, let's go that way. There we go. So Izzo, how you been, buddy? We're going to get back on track here 20 minutes in and finish the damn intro.
Honestly,
We're never
I
on
gotta
track.
tell you something. No, yeah, you're not gonna be on track with me tonight because I ate too much KFC chicken. I went into this coma. And have you ever been in a food coma where you have to go to the bathroom, but you don't know you have to go to the bathroom until all of a sudden
until it's too late.
the alarms are going
Yeah.
off?
Oh,
All right, so if you need to leave abruptly, we understand.
No. I took care of business, but I'm tired. I don't know what I'm going to say. I may not say nothing all night.
It is
I'm
not
tired right
possible
now.
for you to not say something, Izzo. It is impossible.
But well, I'm tired right now. I gotta tell you something. I had the day off. I helped a friend do some stuff, but I'm tired. I am. That KFC is so damn good, man. It doesn't beat home. It doesn't beat home. Barbecue chicken, and I get it all, but it's the next best thing.
It's
so.
KFC.
Did you guys see
They
the
don't do chicken
KFC?
right.
Did you guys see the KFC commercial about the death of fries?
No.
oh,
Oh, what?
uh-uh.
Is this a Canadian
They're
thing?
changing. They're changing their fries.
To what?
Well, there's no
All
more
those
wedges.
fries?
No,
Do they
there's no
sell
more
fries?
wedges. Yes,
They're-
there's new types of fries. If that's where Molson's going.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
going
new types
KFC
of
for the
fries.
fries.
Mike's got it right here.
Hang on.
Mike says the bucket kicked Izzo's ass. Tom says Publix chicken beats
Yes.
KFC
Yeah.
today. I kind
Tom-
of agree with you there.
Tom knows where it's at.
Yeah.
Jack's
Yeah,
chicken
we don't
is
have
better
Publix
than
up here.
both.
I think any real chicken is better than KFC.
My sister told me in Denton, and there's a couple other places out in that area. You go down the road and it's chicken out of the gas station, chicken out of the, it is some of the best chicken around.
Out of a
Chicken,
gas station?
lotto tickets.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, outside
It's
of
been-
Denton, outside of Denton.
It's been like
Outside of
it's been
Denton,
like
you
on
said
that
there was
rotisserie for like
Shane,
9 days.
But Shane,
no.
Think
There
about
ain't no
it.
rotisserie at a gas station, son. It's all
okay.
deep fat fried.
Bucky's.
Right, it's Mama. It's
don't
Mama
eat
in the
chicken
back
at
room with the
Buc-ee's.
lard.
I'm
That's
not
it.
saying the chicken. I'm saying the brisket,
Oh yeah, the brisket's top notch.
and that's out of a gas station.
Is it though? That's
Do they
like,
sell
that's
USB
like,
cables
that's
there?
like-
Because I need some new
yes.
ones.
So Bucky's is like Walmart and Exxon had a baby. That's basically what that's basically what
Had a
Bucky's
fat baby.
is. Yeah.
Guys, what?
Or Love's Truck Stop and Walmart had a baby. One of the other.
All right.
oh,
What's
that
with
baby
the
don't have
Tim
no
Hortons?
teeth and is addicted to meth.
Welcome to Bucky's.
Guys, what's with this Tim Hortons
Sorry,
stuff
Steve.
you all talk about? You guys talk about this Tim Hortons. What is Tim Hortons? Is it a coffee
It's
joint?
coffee, I
is it-
think.
It's Canuck donuts and coffee.
It's the hey Todd Kill Yankee 4 Tango Golf. Good to
Hey,
see you,
Todd.
buddy. KFC is like a good version of Dunkin' Donuts. Better.
That's
It's the
what we
only-
had. That's what we had up in up at Hamvention, right? And with Tim Hortons. That's where we went.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Tim Hortons.
But you're
okay.
but you're so it's I don't like I know the ones near the border, the Tim Hortons near the border have the same coffee. I'm not convinced the one down there had it. It looked pretty sad, the one down there.
That is true.
There was like nobody buying, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. I enjoy it. Tim Hortons.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Somebody's got a strong opinion there.
That wasn't.
All right, then.
That wasn't. I'm not dissing Bucky's. I like Bucky's. Every
all right,
time,
then.
every
All right, so
time
what do
I
we
go to
do?
the Dare Lease, I get beef jerky
Mhm.
and I get breakfast. One of those breakfast sandwiches. They got good food. I'm not that, saying that Walmart and Love's Truck Stop had a baby. That's not dissing. That's the truth. Because they got everything under the sun. It'll take you 5 hours just to go in there and buy beef jerky because you get lost over in that
Oh,
that
my
other
God.
section
I
that's
gotta go
got
on a road trip.
T-shirts.
I got to go on a road
games.
trip. There you
But-
go.
25-foot bar of jerky.
Oh yeah, I need
All
to
right.
take pictures in there sometime.
Yeah.
All right,
And there's
so
a new
here's
one
the
in
thing,
Nashville,
then.
by the way, in Tennessee.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Guys,
Supposed to be the
we're on
biggest.
We're on Sealand, and space is limited. Literally on Sealand. What are we going to put in? Are we going to do a Bucky's? We're
No.
going to do.
Bucky's.
What do you want to do?
I want to do a pellet grill, and I'm gonna cook all the shit myself. I don't
Well, I
need
was
no
thinking-
gas station.
well,
I don't need
no, I was
gas
thinking-
station on
no, I was
Sealand.
thinking about-
it's 100
no.
by 100.
I was thinking of having Frank do that.
You can only do so much if Frank cooking, because then your insides would want to come outside because
No,
he will
but
like
he
them
ain't-
beans. Oh,
He's not doing no jalapenos for my ass.
he does habanero.
No, we're not doing. No. I could do my own screaming if I need
Listen,
to scream.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something.
If Frank does the cooking, we're gonna have NATO at our door charging with crimes against environment. Okay, I'm dead serious.
Yep.
Not happening.
Because
I
you
like
will
Jason.
see me go in a fetal position, and maybe not, and you'll see me doing a lot of crying. And that ain't
Yeah.
gonna be pretty.
That is the best idea I've seen so far, right there.
Oh, now
Yes.
Jason's got it right there.
Beef jerky and
Bucky-
ham radios.
Beef jerky and ham radios. You
I mean,
can
it's
have
like they
sticky
go
fingers
together.
and walk out with a Yason.
That's right.
You know, Jason, good idea.
You heard it here
Have a
first.
speculation bar over on the side.
That's it. Well,
Totally.
so the only other thing that we need to add into that is a Lowe's food store.
I've never been
because
to a Lowe's food store.
I don't know what that is.
They have the beer den. They will literally pour you a beer so you can walk around and grocery shop.
Oh, so we have a Whole Foods here does that here.
Yeah.
They have an island in the middle that's got like
I
12
can't
or
afford
13
Whole
taps.
Foods.
Whole paycheck. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Central Market does the same thing. You can drink beer there too.
Nice.
It's dangerous.
Look at that.
It's dangerous.
You guys got a lot of cool stuff in Texas.
Well, you need to move. Taxes are a lot less. Get the
It's
kids
hotter
out of
there than
college.
Alabama, so
Yep, that is true.
I don't know about that.
Let's see. I missed a couple comments in here.
Comments are rolling.
HKMP5 says Bucky's is overrated. I disagree.
blasphemy.
Sorry. Let's see. Your voice is just not.
Hey, speaking of who,
Ooh.
our who was on POTA the other night, Saturday
Yep.
night.
She was.
I was trying to work her so. Oh man, I wanted to work her so much. Oh man, I was trying. Oh well. Band conditions is the one. Yes, brisket sandwich, Dennis. I agree. I haven't had a good, and I think it's half about the meat, and the other half is about the bread. You gotta have a good roll.
Shaq and Greg's got some great advice here. Says wipe your fingers after eating jerky before you use the touchscreen on your radio. That is top-notch advice right there.
Well, first off, Shaq and Greg should be washing his hands before he. I don't care what he does.
Anything.
That's right.
I mean, I hung out with that guy last year at Huntsville.
I'm gonna miss these antics at Huntsville this year. I apologize.
You missed last year.
You weren't there last year either.
I know. I'm getting there. I promise.
Dude.
95 watchers right now. I just want to say 95 of you people have joined us tonight. You have no idea what you're getting into.
You work Monday through Friday.
Yes.
Leave after work on Friday. Get over there.
I will next time.
Call me from the airport. I'll come pick you up.
I will next time. I promise.
He's got that motorcycle. He's got that motorcycle.
You can ride in the back, Shane.
I'm bringing the car. Damage your car.
No, he has a sidecar. Oh,
that'll be
even better.
Bite your damn tongue.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a sidecar.
Let's see what a flow.
That would be fun, though.
You're gonna win mega million. You'll win mega mill. You put a sidecar on there.
Okay, so we got through Izzo and his KFC dump that he needed, so let's go up to Joe Brett, man. How you been?
I've been all right, fellas.
All right.
Sounds like him too. That's right.
All right.
I've been telling these guys the last few days I'm not going to make the show tonight. I'm going to be too distracted. At the last minute I was like, this is why we do the show, and this is where I need to be. So
That's right.
Explanation of that. A lot of you know I work for county government, and what happens every 4 years? They hold an election. So tonight I get to find out my chances of keeping the same boss or somebody new coming in, and that will definitely influence whether I go trying to work for Southwest from home or something.
There you go. I mean, you are their only drone pilot, so
right. You're
certified.
They kind of got to listen to you.
There is two of us, but the other one is the number 2 man on the roster, so he's definitely going too. So
they're going to be up the creek without a paddle if they don't treat you right.
Well, you could come back as a contractor.
Charge them more. Charge them more.
Yeah, give me that.
I've worked for the government. I know how that works. Hey, I'll do it for a contract job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give me that 1099.
It's the election's tonight, Joe Brett.
It is. So the primary is. So
they couldn't have done it tomorrow night, because when we win our $1 billion tonight, we can buy enough votes to vote you. You
could be the sheriff. That's right.
Right.
I told you I have no interest in that.
Tough. No,
we don't care.
Run for sheriff.
No,
Joe should run for sheriff.
We're gonna buy the county. We are going to buy the
whole
county.
The whole county.
The whole county. Mississippi will be coming to us. Mississippi will be coming to us.
Joe Brett wouldn't get any work done. He'd be on the radio all day.
And that would be great. I'd start back at my live streams is what I could really start back at.
We missed those.
We all say that. That ain't
gonna
happen.
Because there for a little while during the the floating sickness that was going through the air, they was letting us stay home a week at a time and come to work a week, go home a week. But anyway. And that's when I really got to do a lot of my live streamings on my weeks off. Early in the morning, better grab a cup of coffee because I'm getting live before coffee and ham radios.
Yeah,
you can pay someone to edit the stuff.
And no. See, that's part of it that I enjoy, though. So
you enjoy that? Yeah.
The video photography is another little hobby. So
Eric's got it right. He's going to buy the entire county and still have 1.499 billion left.
Eric beat me to that. I was like, well, what are we going to buy after we buy the county?
So we're going to have plenty to go around after that.
So regardless, I'm the kind of guy that tries to find the silver lining in anything. So just like that, I mean, hey, if they kick me out and I'm jobless, I'll put out a video like Kate MRD. Hey, guess what? I'm full time now.
Make sure and visit my merch store And,
I think McBride would have something to say about that.
Joe Brad, if I become a billionaire, I will become a member of your channel. Okay?
There you go.
Oh, thank you,
At the,
Daniel.
at the highest
That means
level.
a lot.
At the highest level.
I appreciate that.
All right, let's move on. Daniel, I missed the show where you got to talk about all the adventures in Canada.
It was a great show. It was a great.
It's in my
great
queue
show.
for my commute because I do listen back to the show during the podcast for the podcast. So for those of you who are
You don't
watching,
commute
don't
anymore,
know,
so that.
I do 3 days a week.
Oh, okay.
3 days a week, I still
right.
commute, so I still have my podcast to listen to. So if you like this show and you want to catch up, we have all of our 124 shows set up as podcasts. We've got great ones in there with Charlie. I just had a freaking mind fart. The biggest. We had Callum, we had
the horrible
Charlie,
one.
Red Summit. We had all those guys in here. Sorry about that. Anyway,
Brown,
back
Charlie
to you,
Brown.
Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, not much. Monday was a holiday here in Ontario, so that was nice to have it always sucks to
holiday?
go back to.
What holiday
it's a
did you have?
It's a family day. We have one in August, one in February. It's just to encourage the family unit to get together. So yeah,
You just did that on vacation.
Yeah, seriously. It always sucks to go back after. Last week, I was just completely upside down. I didn't know what was happening. It was to come back after 2 weeks and try and get your mind straight. But I'm working slowly on editing my video. It's a lot of work to go through all that.
We're very proud of you, by the way.
We are
Did he
proud
say
of you.
video like
Yes,
he's editing it?
he's putting together. He's going to give something to the YouTube world.
He's gonna.
You might,
I mean, we're still waiting on Steve's tower video that he did 6 months ago, but
Y'all don't discourage him.
I thought I did that video already.
have you posted it? Did you make it actually go live?
You got to hit publish.
I mean,
Hang on.
Unlisted doesn't actually count.
unlisted
Steve.
doesn't work. No.
And I forgot the reason why you said you did that. There was a reason. I forgot what you said too. We'll have to go back to team replay
No.
for that one.
My tower base one was live. Oh, you wanted
Base,
the rest
but
of
not
the
the
tower.
rest of it. Yeah, the base, the antenna is not an antenna if you just do the base.
Imagine
see the
that.
rest of it.
Steve
Yeah,
left us
we
hanging.
saw the concrete. I think that was about it.
You know?
It's like something. No, you know what it's like. It's like when a farmer wants to go buy a bull. When the farmer goes to buy a bull, you know what he's looking at. He's looking at the testosterone.
No,
And
he's
then-
looking at the horns. Make sure they're the
Well-
right shape.
Make sure it's
Okay.
castrated.
Oh, Scout, if the
Different-
clubhouse
different
buys the county, we'll get Izzo a white suit, make him boss, and then Sheriff Joe Brent will just drive him around in a convertible Cadillac. I think I've seen that somewhere before.
Just a good old boy.
Who's
I
playing,
was
Just
gonna
a
say,
good old
there was
boy.
an
Who's
orange,
playing-
orange Charger in there comes to mind.
who's playing Uncle Jesse?
Oh, that's got to be Molson.
I'm not old enough, but I know how to make the moonshine.
The Shane boys.
Exactly. All right, Daniel, back to you. Sorry, man.
So not much else besides for that, guys. Yeah, working slowly on a video. So, what's the worst part is I don't know if maybe somebody knows the answer to this, but I film stuff on my wife's iPhone, I film stuff on her iPad, and then my Android, and I have to convert all of her videos so that they can it's a pain in the ass, and my editing software doesn't do it. So,
OBS will transcode it for you.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would have saved me a lot of problems, a lot of time.
Ask
Where the
me
hell's the
how I
video on
know.
that, Jim? I mean, thanks. You spent
The
3
house-
weeks on Tiger Tails,
Really?
but you couldn't tell us an easy way to
Yeah.
edit, huh?
Yeah, you spent all that on
Listen, I was
unboxing.
outside. Y'all just shut the hell up. I was outside.
He does these.
I mean,
he
I
does
go
these
outside because I got to
unboxing
get to my truck
videos.
to the air conditioning every so often. But
Ed wants to know who's Cooter.
Gotta say that kick that.
Who's what?
Anybody know how to drive a wrecker? That's Cooter. Oh, man. We'll just give him an El Camino.
I'm Cooter.
You're cooler. You graduated from the lawnmower to the tow wrecker.
Let me tell you something. I'm damn proud of my lawnmower days when I was a kid. How many kids you know in your neighborhood had a boom box and a CB? Well, separately. They were separate. But
My
still,
yard
how
wasn't
many
big
kids-
enough for all that. I
It
had to
doesn't
put,
make a
I had to
difference.
push my mower.
You had a yard?
It doesn't make a difference what
You
the
had
size
grass?
of the yard is. It's about the lawnmower.
I mean, we had gravel.
That's right.
Oh God.
And they're called tractors. We don't call them lawnmowers.
Hey, you're giving Lon in the chat a complex, man.
James Hannibal, you need to put down whatever you're drinking, son.
No, he needs to pass it this way.
Just one puff, son. Just one
Okay,
puff.
Jim. Jim, Huntsville, you got to have some Daisy Dukes.
Oh, hell to the no. If I win the lottery,
this will be good.
Shane buys me a ticket tonight, I will wear Daisy Dukes to Huntsville. Because I'll be like
I will-
$1 billion and
no, I will
$700 million.
forfeit my-
I'll be like,
No,
okay.
I will forfeit my winning lottery ticket not to see that. No, guess what? I'd
I
rather
can't
say
get
poor.
that out of my head.
I'll say poor.
We
I
should
think
should
there's
have
just some
we
things
should
that
have.
people are not meant to see.
Right?
I'll wear my
Let your,
Speedo, though.
let your
I got a
mind do the
Speedo.
painting. I don't know when want to see that.
There it is.
The ape says you do
There
wear
it
short shorts.
AB.
You know how Abe knows? He shared a room with me. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Close your eyes. Don't speak.
Ape's like, there's shit, son, I can't unsee.
There's not enough Jim Beam to make
Mind bleach.
God.
Mind bleach now.
Well, I guess that means we're over to Jim. Jim, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
This is the
40 minutes
ride
in.
in here, man.
I mean, it only took us 40 minutes to get to you, but
Hey, we were averaging 10 minutes a person, so not bad.
I mean, that's fine. That's,
that's a
all
first
good.
for us.
Hey, Jim, we're about the same age, I think. Did you have the jean cut-off shorts that had the fringe? And to have the fringe was cool until a certain length of the fringe. Did you go through that age? Was that big down in your neck of the woods?
Yeah.
It was for us.
Well, I
That was-
had to wear those shorts because we were poor and I had torn up the bottom half of my jeans.
Yes,
So
yes,
they were
yes. My
shorts.
mother, yes,
You
my
didn't
mother
have them
said we're not
tuckskin
buying
jeans?
shorts. We're not like parents today whose girls buy these jeans with the big holes in them.
yeah,
I
no,
told
my
my
jeans had holes because I tore them
daughter,
up.
knock
I
that-
mean,
Yeah, I told my daughter, knock that shit off. I said, I got a pair of EMT scissors, and we'll make all the holes you want, but we're not going to buy them that way. Of course, she didn't listen. But no, back in the 70s, it was you cut your shorts, you threw them in the wash machine to get the fringe going, and you wanted like about an inch and a half fringe, but after about 2 inches, it was too fringy.
I mean,
And
unless
then
you were a girl, I guess. I didn't know
yeah,
the
well, you gotta be
fringe was a
careful, 'cause-
thing. I mean, they
I
were
didn't
just
either.
they were fringy
my neck of the
because they
woods-
were just you just
No,
saw them
Strings,
with
my
the
neck of
scissors.
threads
the
are
woods-
coming out.
Yeah.
No. My neck of the woods, the fringe was cool. Now, with the girls, it was different because you would want them to cut them a little bit higher, so just a little bit of the moon cheeks would show just a little bit. And a girl with a nice tan, with a nice tube top or tank top, man. Thank you, summertime.
It's not after 8
That's
o'clock.
all I gotta say.
Izzo.
Yeah, it is.
He's,
It's
he's,
8.
he's,
It's
my
8:40.
time-
doing the Clubhouse Noir.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
All
it's
right.
7:40 in the correct time.
All
zone.
right. I'll go back to. I said I wasn't going to talk for a little bit, so let me just.
See, I told you it wasn't
I was gonna
possible.
You can't stop him.
You
You
just
can't
need to go
stop
down to
him.
Broadway in Nashville. They'll be fine.
There you go. So Don N5SKT says you're not old unless you wore bell bottoms and platform shoes.
I never
right.
wore
I'm not
platform
old.
shoes ever.
Why?
But I
Why?
had bell bottoms. I was tall enough. I didn't need platform shoes. I thought they
He,
looked
did,
stupid
he
in
didn't
the
want to hit
70s.
his head on the ceiling fans.
I had
you have a
bell
leisure
bottoms.
suit?
I had flare pants, and I was a pimp in a leisure suit, baby. That's
Did you
right.
have like
Okay,
the collar
okay.
that came down to like right here? Like the
Yeah.
tips
How
of
many
the collar
leisure
came in
suits?
like right there?
How many leisure suits did you have?
I had two. I had the one
Is it
I
two?
got,
So,
which was
okay.
which was like a
The dressing
10,
up one.
and I wore
Yeah.
it with my black shirt, and I was like, Travolta in Saturday Night
All
Fever.
right, and let me tell you
And
something.
then the
when
one
I
my
was-
mom bought me for church, which was like powder blue.
That's right. That's right.
Still
That's
kind of cool in
That's right.
1975.
powder
but
green or the sea foam green. That's right. It was either that one or the sea foam green. Now, I thought I made it when I turned 15, and I had these nice designer jeans that I would go down to the what do you call it, the dry cleaners, and they put that nice crease, and I had that brown corduroy jacket, a nice suit jacket, but it was a corduroy with the patch on the elbows. Look out, man! With the long hair, I used to have my hair permed in the back a little bit and a little in the front. Look out. To me, but then I didn't have a cologne, so my mother used to give me the Avon cologne and all the decanters.
Oh my God, Avon!
And try splashing on, and I had that little bull over here necklace.
Wow!
And
You mentioned Avon, and I thought of that. What is that? The truck that drove around that had the frozen
Schwans. Yeah, Schwans.
Oh, the Swans ice cream sandwich.
Fresh as ice cream.
I don't know how we got from Avon to Schwann's, but
I don't know how we got there from your introduction.
I'm sorry.
Because Izzo said he wasn't going to talk.
Might have been Izzo. I don't know. They went totally sideways.
I got duct tape. I literally got duct tape right over there. I'll put it on my mouth if you all want.
Anyway,
Hey.
Jim,
I don't know what have I got to say. We've covered everything. 40 minutes of this.
Jim's like, shit. What am I going to say now, son?
Well, I mean, the squirrels have been running around in here for forever. I'm good. Let's roll.
I know,
go.
right?
Dropped a video
says-
yesterday. Got a video coming out tomorrow. Got one coming out Friday. Gonna
Guys,
be in Huntsville
this
next
is
week.
what we used to do on Discord,
Boom.
Jim. This is
That
just
is
like
true.
what we used to do on Discord before we went to YouTube. This is what we did what 3-4 times a night on the Discord.
God.
If
So like
somebody-
midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
If somebody has a link to Jim's channel, drop that in the chat. That way we can get some folks over there to visit Jim's channel.
I would drop a link, but I don't have a wrench on your channel. So
What?
Fix that. Hang on.
Oh.
I got
Hold
that.
on.
Dang.
I'm not in the driver's seat.
Well,
over
I
here.
think somebody next to me was mad one time about the donut comment, and he ain't done that yet.
he unwrenched you.
And he got a rinse on my channel because I don't hold it again. I mean, cops need heroes too. So, it's cool.
Hey, I may be joining the fire department soon.
He's going
It's
to
a good
change
gig,
careers.
man. You get to play with hose all day.
I was at the red light next to one today, and we
Jim,
just
drop
look
a
over
one
at
in
each
chat.
other. And I was like,
That's right. You can
Well,
put
that
the
son
wet
of a
stuff
gun.
on the hot stuff.
look how stressful that guy is right there.
There we go.
It was raining today. The firemen had squat to do. They couldn't pull the trucks out and wash them. They couldn't put out fires because Mother Nature was doing it.
Yeah,
So
It's a good gig, man. It's a great gig.
it is.
Until you discover that 80% of your calls are non-emergent medical calls that you got to answer.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they just started doing that with our full-time department in the city too. And I'm like, oh, that's gotta suck.
It gets challenging.
It
The,
does, I
the,
agree.
the call, most of the calls that I was volunteer for years. Most of the calls that we got a fire call every now and then, but most of them were, there's someone who has expired and we need you guys to help us move them from where they expired to where we need them to be.
We're an ALS department, so we actually paramedics and medicine and shit. And my favorite part was when somebody got to ride the lightning, which didn't happen that often, but that's always entertaining. Not for them.
Right.
For me, it was great. It's like,
For you, it's perfect.
I was going to say, wait, who was providing lightning? Was
I was
paramedics?
Jim
Thor.
was.
I
He
was
was like,
Thor. baby.
Clear!
Clear like a mofo. Yeah,
It's a whole lot
80%
more
of
fun.
any fire department that does EMS, 80% of their calls are EMS, not fires. And 80% of those calls are BS.
Oh, yeah.
Non-emergent care is the polite way we say it.
It's
Tony,
a whole lot
welcome
of
back
fun
to the
when
live
it's
stream, buddy.
police.
Welcome
Glad
back,
we could be here
lightning.
for you.
Tony.
Yeah. So
A lot of people call 911 for the ambulance to get a ride, just because they think
yeah.
they're going to get ahead of the line.
yep.
Like they're,
They get parked in the hallway.
I've
do.
answered
Right,
calls.
Shane, you're right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
They get parked in the
I've
hallway.
answered a
Unless
couple
you're having
calls.
chest pains. Unless it's chest pains.
They
okay,
think,
but here,
Wait a minute.
Here's-
So what you're saying is, if no matter what's wrong with me, I need to walk and go, I got chest pains, and I get to the front of the line.
if you say
Don't
that,
cross
you
the
will
line.
until they evaluate you.
However, they're going to run a battery of picking and poking and testry that you will think about not trying to
There
jump
is an
the
anal
line
probe
anymore.
involved in that. So,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
On that note,
And the
she
bill
needs a
that comes with
refill.
it.
So, you know, we've had calls like we had one that we answered. The kid had been to the hospital. This was when I was riding the bus in town, but the kid had been to the hospital. Flu was going around. He forgot his prescription at the hospital. He called 911. And in the city, the fire department, just like us, the fire department doesn't transport. It's a private ambulance service that transports. Ooh. And we roll up, and this there's nothing wrong with this kid.
You can say this SOB. That's okay.
He's got some boogers, man. That's his problem. He's got boogers. And he forgot his prescription at the ER. So we had to ride all the way back across town to schlep this dumbass to the hospital.
And he ain't going to pay that bill.
And my license is expired now, so I don't mind saying this. The paramedic by law is supposed to ride in the back, right? And then the lower levels drive the truck. So my girl that I was riding with that day, a little short woman named Sheila Gordon, she said, "You drive. I'm going to ride with him." And she proceeded to chew him 17 kinds of a new asshole.
Oh, my God.
As I slowly drove down the interstate to the hospital.
You take your time.
And got on the phone and called security at the hospital and said, "Hey, we're bringing one in. He's acting kind of strange. Y'all may want to meet us at the door."
He's acting a little dumb.
So we got there. This guy's like, I don't know, he's like a teenager, an old teenager, 17, 19, whatever. Yeah, 5-0 met him at the door, and I don't know what they did with him after that. He may not have ever come out. I don't know.
You know,
Can I share a story?
Do we have people during this big flu thing? We had people that would, like you were talking about, want to ride the bus because they get seen, right? Mm-hmm. I ride the bus. You know, if I go into ambulance, the doctors will see me. And we carried one woman to one hospital. She had flu-like symptoms. The flu was going around. She gets to the ER. We'd already called and said, "Hey, we're bringing in another one with flu." And the ER nurse had already told me, just take her right on around and back through out to the chairs in triage, the waiting room where the civilians sit. So we parked in the ambulance bay. We back in the ambulance bay. We unload her. We run right past the nurse's desk where all the little nurses and doctors are doing nursey doctor stuff. Go around the back door to the other patients in the treatment rooms. And then we go around one more time to the door that says triage. And I said, "Get off, pumpkin. This is your stop." Right through that door. See you later. Bye. She was so mad. Said, "Y'all take me to Baptist." "Sorry, baby. Call 911 because I ain't coming back for you." Jesus.
You know, the day I brought my son to get the hook out of his foot, took about 4.5 hours. Get in, triage, in a room, whatever. 4.5 hours. My sister, I didn't know it till that night when we were texting and I was in the hospital. My sister had brought her 2-year-old to the hospital at noon. She spent 14 hours waiting.
Oh my God!
Room.
Wow.
And then she walked out.
Thank God for that Canadian medical system.
Sometimes, you know what?
I mean, the ER is a hot mess. I don't know what it's like in Canada, but here, a lot of people use it as their primary care physician.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and
you know,
at the end of the day, bus.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like most of the time, I get, I don't go to the hospital often. I got 4 kids though. Even if I go and it's 4 hours. You send them
to the hospital often.
Yeah. So there's a hospital. You know what? There's a hospital that we go to. We have 3 hospitals within 25 minutes or 30 minutes. We go to this one hospital. You pull up. You put your name in. You do. You put your name in. You do triage right away. Then they give you one of those restaurant buzzers. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little things?
Dude. That vibrate. It vibrates.
Dude. Then you go to your car. Right? You put your seat back. You're comfortable. You can watch a movie. You can do whatever you want to, and then it buzzes, and then you just go in, and you walk right into the room. Like that's an ingenious solution in my opinion. So it's like the little paging system. But honestly, like, okay, most of the time it's not that bad, like 12, 14 hours. Listen, if somebody comes in with heart issue and a gunshot wound, and I'm there for something that I can wait headache. In the triage, you know what? Then yeah, they deserve it. And at the same time, if I go
whatever,
listen, if I go once a year, and I'd say this to my friends when they're like, "Oh, I had to wait 6 hours." Okay, pretend you paid yourself $50 an hour to sit there for 6 hours, right? Mm-hmm. It's still less than what most people pay for health insurance in the States. So in a month. So like it's a give and take situation. Like, don't forget, we do pay our taxes on it, but it's, most of the time 12 hours is not as like every day. It happens,
Occasionally.
time to time.
And some of the ones around here, it's social hour, waiting to see the doc.
Oh yeah.
Molson, party of two with a hook in the foot. You're now
love
here
you,
to
Scout.
table
Your
4.
bed is ready, Mr.
I
Moore.
love you, Scout.
So
Serving
supposedly
up a fine nomosaline tonight. Would you like to sample this?
you should have seen
Chianti with some fava beans.
you should have seen the text. If I can find the text my sister sent, she was sending text messages about this. She ended up texting my dad saying, "I might need you to escort me out of the hospital when we're done." Because there was this young lady, brand new mom, sitting across. Like, the kid is like 2-3 weeks old. New parents. She's nervous. There could have been something wrong with the kid. I don't know. Like, like hard time breathing, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's like, this deadbeat boyfriend is like just ragging her, right? Like giving her shit. And so my sister like told him off in the waiting room. And like, but she was really concerned. So she texted my dad at like 1:30 in the morning. I might need you to come and bring me out to my car so that I'm safe. I hope I can find this text message. It's hilarious. Anyways, hospitals, gotta love them.
Yeah,
kinda. You don't have to love them.
The great
So
part about being in
Saturday-
the volunteer fire department as opposed to riding on a commercial ambulance. If we decided they really didn't need to go to the hospital because they were dipshits, we just pretty much tell them, "You're a dipshit.
You're a
don't need to see
dipshit.
the
Bye.
ambulance.
Get out.
Go away.
Sign its refusal.
Sign here, get
Yeah,
out.
sign here. Adios.
Bye.
AMF, dude.
Izzo, what are you smoking tonight? We hadn't had a cigar break tonight.
Grand Conjun from Tatawai. My last one in the humidor. I got to tell you guys what happened to me Saturday. So we're talking about this. It's ironic and everything. So I was on phones in the 911 center, and this lady calls up and she says, "My water just broke, and I need to go to the hospital." We have a series of questions, like all 911 centers. How many weeks pregnant are you? Contract, all the whole 9 years. Well, and when you've had more than 2 or 3, these babies come fast. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like the express lane. This is we're exactly that thing. That I gotta be careful what I'm gonna say. That thing down there is all primered up. It knows what it's gonna do. It's shooting it out faster
Loose as a
than
goose and flowing with juice, baby.
Yes. It's like playing badminton, and look out, because here it comes. And
I don't get the badminton reference, but I'm not from Connecticut, so
because we played a lot of badminton up here in our tank in our shorts back in the 70s. Anyway, see, don't get me off track.
With the fringe, Jim.
With the
fringe.
So
just the
all
right
of a
amount
sudden,
of fringe, not too much fringe.
All of a sudden, her husband touches her. I think to console.
I mean, that's
her.
what started that shit, right?
Well, yes.
It all started with some friendly pets.
And
all she wanted was a back rub.
And you would think by baby number 2, you would know when a woman is getting ready to have birth, there is very little we can do. And she just tore into him, and I can't hang up because I'm still in the process. I mean, for all I know, I could have been getting a stork out of this and playing the virtual, catcher's mitt with this thing. Well, not with this thing, with the baby. Well, this reminded me. I had a flashback after I hung up when Sue was carrying Maggie.
Exactly, Ed.
Spud launcher. And Sue was pretty good with pain, but I just remember there was nothing I'm like, what can I do for you? You want to play with my radio? You want to come outside and have a cigar with me?
Play with my radio.
I'm trying to make her laugh, and it's not working. And I should have learned.
You want to raise my antenna?
Yeah. Come on. I'm like, we got great reception. Well, I'm like, we got great reception up here on the 8th floor, honey. We can check into the NTS AriesNet right now. No, shut up. I
YL Systems Net.
Yeah. I'm like, MissNet is on. We get in on the Missnet or the e-cars. No. Shut up, Don. I did not listen. And that woman, God bless her soul, she looked at me and she said to me, if I could throw something at you right now, I would. But I got all these tubes. But this is your fault. This is your fault that I. And what else can you say? But
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't say I'm sorry. I said, but in the end, the end result is we're gonna have a beautiful baby, and we're gonna, And I'm like, can you just look at the end result? And she just said, shut up and go outside and play with your radio.
I've got about 6 or 7 babies deliveries under my belt.
Oh, nice job, man! Nice
over
job.
the years.
I don't have a stork yet.
They weren't all yours, right?
No, none of them were mine.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Legally, you can say that.
Right. Legally, I'm allowed to say they were not mine. My first delivery was to a Mexican woman who spoke no English.
Oh.
And it was like at 5 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to this call, and there's this old guy that used to ride with us. My wife's an EMT. Me and her are going. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, because a lot of people will call 911 for prenatal doctor appointments to get the bus to take them to the hospital for a prenatal. They don't do prenatals at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I look at my wife and I'm like, oh yeah, this is go time. This is go time. We walk up to the house and there's 2 or 3 guys standing out in the backyard smoking cigarettes. I'm like, hey, and they said something in Spanish and I responded, soy paramedico, and which is about the extent of my Spanish. And they said more stuff and pointed inside. And I walk inside and there's another guy pointing down the hallway.
Yeah, she's in there.
Walk in the room. This is my first delivery. Walk in the room and there's a half-naked woman laying face down on the bed with her hoo-ha sticking out for the entire world to see, and the crown of a little tiny baby man coming out of that hoo-ha. And my first thought was, holy Jesus, somebody call 911. Boil some sheets, cut up some water. What the hell? Call the paramedics.
Well, Saturday night.
My wife
just imagine how confusing.
Sheriff's office. Yeah, it's really, we're really delivering a baby. This is not.
Well, I thought we were too Saturday, and I'm like, "Where's the APGAR card? Or for the score? They need that." And if, for those of you who APGAR gives, it gives. Well, the baby, when the baby comes out, you want to give some a clear, with the color of the baby, is it breathing,
purple,
the looks, whatever.
Yeah,
okay,
appearance, pulse, grimace.
I forget the
acronym.
And everyone in the 911 center is looking at me like, Izzo, you got to slow down. No, guys, you don't need to know when it's go time. It's go time. And this lady was on like number 7 or 8.
Oh,
and
she's really primed.
This is going to be faster than number 2, 3, and 4, and 5.
Yep.
And
rapid fire.
Just think about it, guys. Somewhere there's a kid who is named after Jim. They pronounce
Jesus.
No. They pronounce it him, and he prefers his pronouns as they and them, and he's bitter and angry for his whole life. Just think about it. Imagine that.
This guy's swearing up a storm.
I'm trying to think. He should be about old enough to drive
like him,
by now. Maybe a little older.
They're like him at supper time. He's like, no, my pronouns are they and them. Stop it. Him. Come on, let's go.
None of them spoke English, so that made it exciting. And then I called the ER because this is my first delivery, right? Going through school, I'd read the books and seen the video and had to do some clinical rotations in OB, but I never managed to see a live delivery.
Yeah. You never got to see the cantaloupe being
maybe
produced.
On purpose, right?
And let me tell you something.
When it comes go time, I'm like,
you're right, Daniel.
Oh God, this is.
Well, Molson, I'm serious. For the longest time, in the back of my truck, it was a box. Jim, did you have the white birthing box?
Hell yes, we had it. We don't open that.
But I like MacGyver threw in some extra things like the big binder clips because you want that for the umbilical cord.
So let me tell you about this.
The biblical cord.
We're going to the Mexican call, and the old guys in the back of the truck. I mean, they were Mexican. They were Mexican. So don't get. It's not racial. They were Mexican people. So we're on the way to this call, which is not very far from the station.
Moses.
And I turn around to the old guy, Dave, with us, and I say, Dave, you need to give me the OB kit out. What? is pulling that OB kit out off that truck. We didn't pull that out. I mean, there's no. That's like sack rolling the bombers out to the end of the runway with the engines hot. Okay, we're at DEFCON 2 if we even get the box out. Yeah,
that box probably hadn't been open in ages.
And then
the
you
box
go to
is always it's always a cardboard box. Jim.
Yes.
That's what I don't understand. Why don't they give it to us in a nice
Like a
pencil
tackle box.
Yes,
So
I want a tackle box. I want.
you need
the
to go
whole
see.
nine-
You need to go see Kyle AA0Z. He can show you the best tackle box known to man.
Yeah, but he can't keep track of his wallet.
And I had to,
And the
I had
man
to call
lost
the
his
ER
Bitcoin.
for backup. I didn't have to call him, but I wanted to call the ER before I started cutting cord or anything, right? Because that's like too much salt in the chili.
Well,
You can't go. You can't
sometimes
uncut
they don't
that.
want you to cut the cord. That's right.
Right.
Sometimes they don't want you to cut that cord.
So I
Wrap
called the
baby and put it
ER.
on
Cut
mommy's
that.
chest.
I called the ER to get
No.
orders, and I said, "Hey, this is Fire Medic Perry, blah blah blah," and she said, "Oh, let me get a doctor." Okay, why did he not answer the
don't need
phone? I didn't call for the second team. I called for the A team.
I wasn't here for the B squad.
Well, that's right. So then the doc gets on the phone and I said, "Hey, this is Fire Medic Perry. I'm here in the field, blah, 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 APGAR." And he said, "Oh, let me send you to labor and delivery." I'm like, "Okay, I mean, no problem. Whatever. I got nothing
Meanwhile,
else to
you got
do."
the music playing in the background.
Dun,
while you're
dun,
being
dun,
transferred.
dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun, dun,
dun, dun.
So then the phone answers, and this woman answers the phone, and I said for the third time, "Hey, this is Fire Medic Perry, field delivery, APGAR, blah, 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 blah." And then she laughs, and I'm like, she's going to transfer me again. And she said, "This is your first baby, isn't it?" I said, "Yes, it is." And she said, "Well, what's the problem?" I said, "Well, I just want to check in with a grown-up who's done this more than once before I start
Grown-up.
cutting on anything."
Before I start hacking on something.
And Izzo's talking about the binder clips. Those clips
Yes.
for the cord, they're not like binder clips, but they're those long like you'd put ribbon cable through kind of looking things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they ratchet down. So they ratchet close
They click in.
like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the reason why
umbilical
we
cord
call it-
is like
No.
Ethernet cord, Ethernet cable. What is that? 10 base 5 Ethernet
Well,
cable.
we call it biblical because
Frozen
you're
yellow
saying,
garden hose.
because you're saying, "Oh God," a lot of times. That's what-
Yeah.
At
yeah.
least.
why we call
I was
it
about
God,
to say
yes.
that's justified. That pronunciation
one
justified.
time, the one time I did have to ride in the back of the rig, but we didn't deliver. We didn't get the store. I walk in and I'm on the med channel giving all this information, and the lady said, she comes up to me, she says, "Bless your heart." She said, "This was your first time, wasn't it?" I
That's
said,
what that
"Yeah."
woman
I
said to
said,
me.
Jim
said-
put power poles on it.
She says, "Listen, James Bond, we don't go cutting the green wire just because."
Now my girl told me to cut the wire.
Yeah.
And then the bus got lost, so we're there with little Pedro and his mom, who has still not stopped yelling, right? And I have no idea what she's even saying, and all I know how to
Oh,
say
yeah,
in
you do.
Spanish is "I'm a
see."
fireman" or "I'm a paramedic" or "How much
here
for the
to help.
women?" That's
I'm
all
here
I
to
know.
help.
Listen, for all of our viewers, this is so far off the rails. Hit that like button so we at least have something tonight.
Now you guys know what you
There's
paid
98
for.
people
No.
watching right now. And
98
we're
people.
we're
For them-
in hour 2.
You know, when your credit card makes that monthly statement, this is what you're paying for, because someday you might be in the field and this could happen to you. That's why.
I remember Izzo said cut the cord.
That's right.
No, you don't always cut the cord. Don't play James Bond on us now. You got to remember that. Don't play James Bond. Don't cut that green wire.
And the worst part about it is she was laying on her stomach on the bed, which is not how any of the videos depicted that kind of thing happening. I mean, that's how that kind of might have started, but that's not how it's supposed to end.
Look at Jody.
Yeah.
But listen,
My hair,
listen,
man.
on my hair.
listen, guys. Just remember one thing.
Do not
great-
go to the clubhouse for
No.
birthing advice.
The late great Susan always said, "It's my fault that she's in this predicament." So that's all you got to remember, guys. And
Yeah,
don't do what I did. Don't make jokes, and just stand there. Just stand there and take it like a man. Stand there
It
and
takes
take
two
it
to
like a man.
tango.
Shane,
Yes,
could you
it does,
imagine?
but
Could you imagine, like later on this week, somebody who's our viewer, they call 911. They're like, "What's your emergency?" "The cantaloupe is about to come out of the
out of the hoo-ha.
out of the hoo-ha."
With a loaded cantaloupe, and I need help.
That's a new medical. I swear to God, if I was teaching a class tomorrow, I would be sorry. I'm class.
I'm totally going to clip that.
That's
That's going to be a YouTube short tomorrow.
Yale 2020, Yale 20 to 29 graduates are going to be saying the cantaloupe and the hoo-ha.
I could have said, well, I mean, I could have said a whole lot of words. But.
Oh my God! Why is it we as guys we don't understand? We don't understand the birthing process because we're not feeling the whole.
Yeah, but listen,
I was just about to say this is 6 dudes in here talking about birthing. Ain't
listen,
no females in here.
I got to tell you the truth. I can bring my wife down here. So I have 4 kids, right? So I've been in delivering for every 4 kid, you know. So when it gets to your 4th kid, you got the game plan down pretty good. You know what's happening, right? You know when the audible's being put, everything like that, right?
But how was your first time? But Molson, how was your first time? What did you do your first time?
I was good. I was good in all of them.
You didn't have any. You didn't have the bags ready with the Oreos and some of the drink in there and everything.
Listen, I'm pretty relaxed when it comes to that stuff. Like I was
no. Wait, well, hold on. I'm relaxed. I'm cool as a cucumber. But I had the duffel backpack ready.
No.
I had an.
He had that pack from Tech Prepper.
Listen, my wife called me. She's like, "I'm going in labor." I left work, picked her up, brought her in. I was back to work like the next day. So like it was, but so anyways, long story short, by the time it got to by the time it got to my 4th kid, I remember my wife was being induced and the doctor came in and they had a student nurse who was there. And anyways, and so the doctor gave her pretty clear instructions every 15 minutes. You're going to do this, yada, yada. So like 2 hours go by, right? And finally, the nurse comes in. I said, did the doctor not tell you to up her dose every 15 minutes? She goes, no, that's not at all, right? I said, I'm pretty sure the doctor told you to up her dose every 15 minutes. No, that's not it. You don't know what you're talking about. So we've had the same doctor for the 4 kids. The doctor comes in. He's like, so where are we at in the dosage? I'm like, I don't know. She told me that you weren't supposed to put it up every 15 minutes, but it's been 2 hours, right? He goes, what? And then he looks at her. He's like, you didn't put it up every 15 minutes? She goes, no. He starts yelling at her. He's French too, eh? He's like, he just starts yelling at her. So I'm like, I've been down this road a couple times, lady. Don't mess with me. But no, it's pretty good.
Being on the farm, being on the farm, though, you've seen the cows give birth, and probably the goats and it's a whole different world. I mean, they can't speak human like us, but I don't think they're giving out the whole emotionals, right? The cows just kind of like what? Looking around.
I have never compared my wife to that, so I cannot.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, no, seriously, the cow has a.
At that point, I never had cows and stuff at that point, so I was totally a city boy at that point. So, okay. But whatever. No, but don't forget, like, because of my schooling, that stuff didn't faze me, right? So, didn't bother me at all.
No, it doesn't bother me. Listen. No, dude, listen. I listen like many others. I'm not bragging. I've been on a lot of medical calls with brains, fluids, everything hanging out. That doesn't bother me. It's when they start yelling. Don't yell at me, especially the women. Do not. It's just something about the yelling part. I'm here to help.
I mean, if I ever had any with their brains hanging out yelling at me, I put them down because I seen what happens to that shit. We're not fooling around. I don't care if she was your baby mama's sister. No. We're not going to see how close she can get to you first. Nope.
A little bit of night juice, and here you go.
You know something? I wish
got
we
a
were
ton
on
of stories.
Discord.
Most of them I really don't know that would even go on your channel.
I was going to say, I wish we were on Discord right now. I would love to tell the story about the metal object. No, I can't. I got to stop right there.
No. There's got to be some kind of filter tonight, guys.
No.
I don't know.
This has been a filter.
We have 98 people at an hour.
I haven't
and
even
11
told
minutes
you my
in.
best story yet. Now, some of y'all have heard it though.
We haven't even talked radio, have we?
Scott says, "Don't tase me, bro."
I don't know if I can handle your best story, Jim. I don't know if I could stomach it.
Right?
I don't know if our channel will live through it.
Yeah, exactly. We do want to be on. Now we got 100 people watching, so you have to tell it.
Our kind of best stories is usually not something the public understands.
But Shane,
it goes into the dumpster fire.
Oh, I'm not. I wasn't gonna put it on here. No.
so
I don't
Shane,
want you guys to get demonetized.
we should have started the show with that video clip about the show about nothing.
I agree.
And
yeah.
the show because yeah.
So for those of you who have not been here long, and there's a lot of you who haven't, we sometimes talk about ham radio, but most of the time it's just whatever's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Well,
invite
friends
people.
who get together.
We like inviting our friends that have shit going on too, and we just all just sit around and shoot the breeze. So welcome to Clubhouse.
Last minute, I said we haven't had Jim on here in a long time. Let me send him a message, see if he's available. Ape got the same message. Ape was watching the Little Apes. He was all tied up. That's cool. I get it. Been there, done that. So,
James said just change the title of the stream to Cantaloupe.
Yep.
So, in our defense, have you ever watched Squad 51 deliver a baby on TV and not use the radio? I mean, this is all radio related.
That's true. That's
Well,
true.
That's right.
That they were the first to come up with that whole bio box.
Could you guys imagine if somebody was like, some ham somewhere was at home, his wife goes in labor, he doesn't have a cell phone, his landline's not working, and he calls it over the repeater, and the hams on the repeater are trying to walk him through how to do this. Like they're like, I'm Googling it. Hold on.
Hold on.
Do you see the cantaloupe? Do you see the cantaloupe?
Sir, please turn off your Roger beep.
No, Joe Brett, bring up the auto punch. It's pound 5-4 star.
That's the DTMF tones.
Don't squeeze the cantaloupe when you see it.
Joe Brett, there's a 3-minute timer on the auto patch. Start your watch.
You don't have to squeeze it. It's ripe. Don't worry.
That's right. It'll squish
It's
too
done.
much.
It's done.
You don't have to worry
The
about
bun
shaking
doesn't
it.
need to go back in the oven. It is done.
I will tell you on my first when little man came out, he was not
Chaos
making any
Prepper,
noise.
welcome.
So I had
Welcome.
a bit of a butt clench moment because I'm like, oh great,
Oh yeah.
and
It's like, do I throw him or
because I
shake
think
him upside
even
down?
at that
or-
point, I mean, this has been 15 or 20 years ago. Even at that point, I think it was politically incorrect to grab him and whack him on the behind, but because I don't think they taught that in school. But then he started breathing, and I started breathing once again, and then we had a little like a foam line
you're
foil
absolutely
pouch to put the
Yes.
baby in, like a hot pocket. So it's what it looks like. It's like a hot pocket
Yeah.
for children.
It's one of those emergency blanket shelter kits.
And we stuck little dude. Little dude went in the hot pocket, and then he was still connected. So then we had to go through the whole phone call thing just to double check with the grown-ups before I start cutting on stuff. And I'm telling you now, cutting that, if you ever have to cut one, it's slippery.
Yes.
And it's like cutting frozen garden hose, man.
Yes, she's absolutely right. Now, here's the thing. It's the afterbirth that I have never been part
no.
of.
We're not getting into the
Oh
afterbirth.
no, I
I was
gotta
skipping that
draw
part.
the line.
Stop!
Joe Brett's like, draw the line.
I was skipping that
I
part.
gotta draw the line.
Because I don't need this. Let me tell you something.
When the aquarium empties, we don't want to be anywhere near that.
I don't want to see no prime rib, shooting out of the hoo-ha.
Hey.
No, we
It
stop
looks like no
when
prime
the-
rib. It looks like
we-
haggis.
We stop when the cantaloupe's there. We just
All right,
let's
that's enough.
Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
Maybe we should talk about ham radio at this point.
Izzo's the one that was talking about I'm just
Oh,
following
Lord,
everybody take a deep
following
breath.
the lead.
We need a synchronized breath here.
Look at that
Breathe
viewer
in.
count go down, down.
I told you.
you guys,
It's all Susan.
you guys,
It's all Susan's fault. Susan said it's my fault.
you guys, are gonna,
Jody says
cut
we
you
gotta
guys
start
off.
Jody says we got to start talking about using a windscreen as
All
radio.
right, let's go straight into window
Right.
screen. So I was in my dad's shop the other day.
Segue.
I went over there
Thank you, Joe Brad.
to talk to him, and I looked behind the door, and he's got this big roll of metal screen. I was like, hey, that's a hot commodity in ham radio now. You got something there. And he says, well, that's just aluminum. And that got me to thinking.
It won't
Are
rust.
people using, well, yeah, but is aluminum still reflecting as well as steel? Or I imagine most screen that you go buy is aluminum these days. Anyway.
It's
Well,
fiberglass.
yes, it will work because
No,
what do you-
I'm talking
your-
about the metal type.
Okay, the metal type, yeah.
the front of your microwave is basically just a screen. It's actually got bigger holes than most screen,
Yeah.
and that reflects microwave frequencies,
Yeah.
so which are much smaller. So at HF frequencies,
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you've been around the ape too long, man. You're getting all technical, but that's a great explanation.
son, I've been studying. I've been going through all the ham stuff. 'Cause
Talking
I'm
about the
testing
smoking ape and ham
it. I'm
radio,
testing
you know,
next week.
Yes,
think-
you are.
Yes, I are.
VNA's is killing ham radio. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man.
Oh, those fighting words.
Only
The
when they're
spectrum
attached to a
analyzers?
carbon fiber mast, then that really.
Well,
Who's doing that video today with all those HTs? Was it Ham Radio Crusader or I forget who it was, but
Oh,
guy had, like,
TMF.
Will
That
it
was
be
ready.
TMF?
yeah, dude, the guy had like 9 HTs. I was just like,
I mean, he's new in ham radio. I got it.
That's low numbers, man.
That's rookie numbers.
rookie numbers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I got 2. I'm happy with 2. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's the minimum amount of flare, Molson. I
Well-
mean, if that's what that's fine. That's the minimum.
Yeah, because at least you can give one to a friend. And can you hear me
Right.
now?
If we're talking hot commodities, I had a package show up on my door yesterday from the
Wow.
DX Commander.
Oh,
From the DX Commander. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
got a new
I don't-
kit I got to build.
I
Did
came
you
back
ever
and they were
answer
talking
my
about
question
ham
on
radio.
did you purchase that with the free shipping option that he had
No, I
going?
bought it before the free shipping.
Oh, that sucks.
Did you get the? So is this the one that's green? It's like
It is
like
it's
army green with the gray.
with the gray.
That's cool.
plates.
Like I got the one when he was liquidating, so I don't have the army green one. I kind of want, and maybe should I sell the one that I have and order another one? Because I got a really good.
Well,
I got
he
I
has
bought
the
mine
one with
during
the
the
locking
Easter
clamp.
special.
But he has the one now with the locking clamp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the old school ones.
So do I. And I'm like,
All
you
right,
know
that's
something?
enough radio. We've lost over 10 viewers talking about radio.
I'm watching the numbers. I'm watching the numbers. I'm like, what the hell?
Now we're back up to 93.
You say,
They
you
want, us,
say
they want us to go back
placenta.
talking
You
about
say-
cantaloupes.
You say placenta and the numbers go up.
Talking about cantaloupes. That
We
y'all
can
just
talk
changed the
about-
whole conversation my wife had with a neighbor this morning.
We could
Oh,
talk
God.
about dead people. I see dead people.
Well, so Joe Brett, you wanna
Hey.
expand on that?
Well, I mean, it was real simple. She just said, "Hey, I want a cantaloupe," and now I'm like, "What was she really asking a neighbor for?"
What was she really asking?
Gosh, dang
Work,
it!
honey? Damn, I'm gonna be late.
Joe,
It's different.
isn't this your anniversary?
It is. It is.
And
And
it would have
you're
been a
here
lot.
with us.
Thank
And it
you.
would have been
Yeah.
a lot different if
Yes.
you said you got nice cantaloupe. See,
Is your-
see
is
how
your,
the change of words can
hey,
be?
Joe Brett, is your neighbor? Is she older, younger?
It's a he.
He.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
from Canada, so that's
Oh.
cool.
Did your wife like? Did your wife say anything about testing his HT for spurious emissions? just kind of curious because that would really define that conversation.
Right.
Molson's correct. Molson is correct.
Oh man.
We can talk
That
about
is
kid
so
radios.
We could, yes. I've got
But let's
one
not.
in the closet over there. 92 people. Chaos Prepper. If you're new to the stream tonight, put a 1 in the chat. I want to see new people. There's 92. And I know we're 125 episodes in. So if you're new, and those of you who aren't new, don't put a 1 in the chat. I actually want to see who's new to the channel. And I should at least see number 1 in there. But I just think it's fantastic that we're getting new people. Jason, you've been in here before.
I was gonna say he's yeah.
And
gonna
Mike,
say,
see,
Mike-
this
He's
can't
going
do any-
downhill already.
You can't do anything with these jokers.
I at
But
least
anyway,
like 0.
It's like playing cards with your brother's kids.
Totally.
There's Chaos Prepper.
Well, there's 1. Then I see. Yeah, we're screwed. So much for stats. But anyway,
What's that?
We had T.O. had about 300 on his stream last night.
Holy cow.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Did Radio Oddity announce that they was going to give away
Yeah.
stuff, or
Yeah, they posted it on their Twitter.
Oh, did they
Okay.
post it on theirs?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I
It was
didn't
on
know
their
that.
Twitter.
I mean, Steve tweeted the show, but that was
I
like
mean-
yesterday, I think, or Sunday maybe.
I know
Yeah, we had
y'all are
300 people.
y'all some good looking fellas, but damn,
bad.
like 200 extra viewers all of a sudden.
I was surprised, and they stayed throughout the whole show.
Hey, Joe Brett, listen,
Hey.
it's kind of like the sheriff position. When you're giving away the goods, you get the votes, okay?
That's
Just
true.
saying.
Much.
That's true.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, so
Brian
far
with
we're
the
looking
8
good on
months.
the race. So
Oh, that's good. Oh, you talking about updating on the?
I mean, would you be
The
let
sheriff-
go,
the
or would you
sheriff?
just feel the need to quit?
out of 6 boxes, we've only lost 1, so we're doing good. What, Jim?
Would you have to quit? I mean, would they say, Joe Brett, we don't like your policing, you need to go, or is it?
No, I
Just you
mean,
don't care.
Work for him.
You don't know about the new administration.
right. I don't know if they'll like me. I don't know if I would like them. And
You're likable.
There's nothing wrong with being a custodian.
and the truth of the matter is, we all have to submit new applications.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh,
That's
it's one of
bullshit.
those.
That's gross.
Oh,
It's at will employment, so there's no rhyme or reason why they tell you to stay or go.
Got you.
Now you're not even on patrol anymore. You're in the comm center, aren't you?
Yeah, so far, no, I do a lot of paperwork now. Yeah,
That cuts down on your YouTube watching time, though.
I do a lot of that while I'm drinking my coffee, reading over the reports from the previous day or over the weekend.
Man can multitask.
Speaking
Yeah.
of reports, how long
There's
should
a-
a report take?
There's a reason I'm the only guy in the office that has 2 computer screens, but
one for you, one for YouTube, and one for work.
One for work.
one that you can see from my office door, and one that you cannot.
I got the same situation because I'll put my AirPod in my ear that's not by the door, and put on YouTube into the AirPod so I can watch YouTube during the day.
All
And
right.
hear if anyone's talking
So
to
I,
me.
so I have to call this asshole out. So Dom, if you're on Twitch and you're not following Dom Noms HD, so Dom is a friend of mine, and thank you. He was on stream tonight before I jumped
Special
over
friend.
here to start the show, and he had probably 40, 50 people watching. But I just want to say, Dom, we have almost 100 people watching, so this is the kind of craziness that you're used to. Thanks for the $5 super chat. We appreciate it. Thanks for hopping in, man.
Do you know
And
him?
Dom, next time, don't forget about saying the guy in the top right.
I'll make sure I moved over to the top right.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, how come I can't be yummy?
You just
Well,
don't
you
have
are
that,
now. Oh,
You don't
never
have
mind.
that special zing.
Oh, God.
Right.
You're not
I'm
standing
old.
up, Izzo.
I'm
Yeah,
old.
you need a stand-up desk. But if you're,
Thank God he's
I don't
wearing
want to see
shorts.
that.
I hope he's got
Nah,
some kind
no
of pants
shit.
on.
Look at that eggplant.
Oh my God.
And y'all worried about afterbirth, really? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, Izzo stood up.
Well, this. Oh my God. Stop it.
Anyway,
oh.
Dom, thanks for the $5 super chat.
If that ain't yummy, I don't know what is.
Look at that dad bod on that old man.
No, don't.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with this dad bod. There's nothing wrong with this dad bod.
I'm not judging, bro. I'm not
Thing
judging.
is, Izzo has no idea what he just showed us, what he revealed.
Right.
Ron's saying, Izzo, sit the hell down. He wrote it. We were thinking it.
Oh, God.
Thanks, buddy.
Somebody said your fringe was too long. Oh, that was Scott. Oh, look
Jody.
there's a super chat right there.
Keep it
Jody's
on.
an enabler.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I mean, does that mean he
Keep
wants
it
to
on,
keep
keep
Izzo
it
on
on.
the screen?
No, it
or-
means keep the clothes on.
Okay.
Put some
all
of
right.
it back
Nobody
on.
wants to
Put some
see
of it
that.
back on. Yeah. Coyote Ugly.
Without getting into details, it's
Dom, if
funny
you're in here,
on-
drop a link to your Twitch chat.
We need to
or
start
to your
filtering
Twitch
what
show, by the
Izzo
way.
says when he
It's
says not
it's
to.
very funny. It's very funny on the TikTok when girls get on and say, I had to start a new channel. I got bashed because I did this. But the rules are very clear of what you cannot show. And they're
On what?
showing it on the
Okay.
TikTok. And,
That's
and there's
precious that you
certain,
say
It's a
done
free
in
for
front
all
of
on
it.
TikTok. That's a
no, it's not. No, it's not. There are certain
It
body
is.
parts. There are certain
I
body
agree.
parts.
You shouldn't show.
It's a free
No,
for all.
but
Twitter.
it clearly says there are certain things on.
How do you know?
Yo.
How do you know, Steve?
There are things.
Look at him. He's always smiling.
Steve and his. It's not Twitter anymore. It's X.
It's
Yeah,
X
right.
first.
Yeah,
of
it's
all.
Alt X now.
Guys, listen. I'm gonna jump in here for a minute. I posted a
God.
couple days, a week ago.
We're
I'm very
scared.
serious about this. Mr. Musk, I respect you. I appreciate everything you're doing for Starlink and X and the Falcon fighter, and you want to go and with the ISS, and you want to go to Mars and the moon. I get all that stuff, but you rebranding Twitter to X is like what
Yeah,
Coca-Cola
that was
did back
stupid.
in the day, and you changed it to Coke, the new recipe. I don't like this thing
It's
because
clear Pepsi.
I want my bird back. I want that bird back.
Right?
I really do. I want that
agree.
bird back.
Honestly, it
Don,
doesn't
I got
like
a bird for you.
I thought I didn't give a crap, but honestly, it doesn't really make sense.
Thanks for enduring the pain there, Don.
I don't care. He's
Molson-
rich. It's his toy.
Molson-
He can do what he wants with it.
I think it's for account. I
I
think it's
lose
for
enough
accounting
sleep over it
purposes
one way or
only.
the other, and anybody who does lose sleep over it obviously needs a real life.
No, but
Should
why
go to
would you
Twitch.
change it? It only
Because
has to be for-
that's what he does. He
It's
goes
his
in and
thing.
fucks shit up.
Is that
He
what he
goes
does?
through and messes stuff up all the time.
Shane, yeah, that's going to cost you super chat.
I just
Another
put one
one.
in already.
Another one. Yeah.
So I got to put a dollar in the swear
I don't
jar.
get all the Elon Musk hate.
Wait.
I mean, personally,
Put in a real super chat. Come on.
he paid for it. He can do what he wants with it. If he wants to
That's right.
shut it down,
But there's a ton of I've never seen so much advertising and push content on my Twitter feed. It's annoying, actually. I started
It is,
blocking
very
I
much
stuff.
agree.
so.
I have blocked so much. Molson, I don't know about
I'm
you.
with
I
you,
have
Brian,
blocked
totally.
so much.
Listen, I block a couple and then I give up because it's just like I'm not going to waste an hour
Yeah,
going
you're
through this
never gonna
friggin'
catch
Twitter
up.
feed. You know, and the thing is, we're still referring to it as Twitter, so he can do whatever he wants. I don't care what he does with his X or whatever he calls it. It just doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't make sense. It doesn't roll off the tongue like tweet or Twitter or you know.
Let me
you
log
know,
into
like-
my X.
So yeah, exactly. So it doesn't really make sense.
Let me
You know what
X
bothered me the most
and
is that
TikTok
I didn't
makes
have to.
sense.
You know what? You know
What's
what
that?
irritated me the most is typically I have to update an app in order for it to update the logo, right? Like for instance, like on my phone, my banking app, all those other things, I have to go and do the update.
Yeah, he got
And then-
around the rules on that one.
Huh?
Yes, sir. He
What's-
got around Apple's rules on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
He did because on my phone, all of a sudden the next morning was an X. I was
Yes.
like, don't
Yep.
I have to authorize an update? That's how I have my settings set up in my Google Play or whatever. So I found it a little bit weird and it was kind of like, you bastard.
but he wasn't the first to do it. Apple
Listen,
did it first.
When they can
They
put all
forced
those
everybody to have you two on their freaking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jason, thank you for the $2 super chat.
And it sucked.
It did. It was their worst album ever.
Fucking hell.
Not that they were good to begin with, but
Sorry to the 105 people who heard Jim drop the F bomb.
Sorry. Well, I mean, I look up to you, Shane. I look up to you.
I mean, we're an hour and 20 minutes in, and YouTube doesn't give a shit after the 30 seconds. They're like, as long as
Right.
you don't drop the F bomb
And
after 30 seconds,
here,
we're good.
if they're still here after the cantaloupe and the paramedic stories,
Guys,
the
let's think
the
about it.
13
Paramedic stories
paramedic
you're gonna
stories
get.
they've heard.
of all the letters in the alphabet, why would you choose the X?
Because
Because
it's SpaceX.
agreed.
But how many-
SpaceX and all that.
But listen, how many guys can relate to this, or women too? A lot of us don't have a good experience with our ex. So why would you?
Maybe that's his ex. I mean, wait, some people may have really good experiences with X.
And God
Just
bless you.
depends
God,
on if it's the physical or the one that you took, you know?
oh yes, it
Six,
took.
six
listen,
one after the Steve got
it only took 25 years. It only took 25 years of my ex to finally say hello to me. Okay, and that's okay.
Jesus, I hope
25
mine
years
never
of-
does. I haven't talked to her ass in 30. I'm praying for the end of time to get here.
Steve needs
The
a bottle of
scorn.
water.
Song says.
Get a little
The
over the
scorn,
counter.
the scorn just went away, I think. But
I
whatever.
hope she's watching it too.
You some.
If it hadn't been for her kids, she'd have ended up in the swamp.
That's the statement of the night.
Oh, that's going to be a
Ma-
short.
Make sure you clip that one.
We haven't learned. If we didn't learn, that's why we now have 100 people.
If
watching.
it ain't the
That's why we
cantaloupe,
now have
it's.
We're all going on a list tonight.
Oh yeah, we've been on all that stuff.
Oh, this is, I'm
Yeah,
glad
you know what?
back.
I'm
I missed
gonna-
you guys.
100. All right.
I'm gonna-
Hey, Joe.
I'm gonna stop my internet sleuthing. I'm gonna stop my internet sleuthing to try and find out Abe's call sign and just try and find Jim's ex-wife to bring her on the show. That's what I think we should do.
No, we just need to get on Coffee and Ham Radio.
It will never happen. One way or the other.
My Google search will start with my Google search will start with Spanish lady delivers cantaloupe named him. And then from there, I'll find it out. I bet you there'll be an article where Jim's wife is like, he's so amazing.
He delivered that baby not knowing any Spanish at all.
I love that. I love.
Oh, wife 2.
That
Second
man,
wife was
that-
there.
oh,
First
second.
wife was. Plaintiff
Wait a
number
minute,
2
wait a
was
minute.
with
Wait a
me.
minute. You
So
Plaintiff
you're on
number
number
1
three.
was long gone.
wait a minute. Take
Jim,
out
how
the
many times
whiteboard,
have you
please.
been
guys
married?
Slow down.
Just 2. I mean, the second one,
2
we've only
times?
been married 31 years. The jury's still out, but
Okay.
so far so good.
Okay. All right.
Scout says if it wasn't for cantaloupe, Jim's ex would be gator food. That's what I learned tonight on the Ham Radio Clubhouse.
Scout, we have learned a lot tonight, haven't we?
Who needs ham radio when you have the Clubhouse giving you life advice?
No, Sam.
This is like
not-
watching Jerry
this is
Springer.
not-
All right,
this is
so-
not
so-
even close.
Rest in peace, Jerry Springer. You had a good run there, buddy.
Come on. You know he's still starting fights.
Of course.
Starting fights in heaven.
Or wherever he is. He's
Okay, all right, wherever he is, all right.
wherever you believe he is.
Did you guys see? Hold on. Speaking of Jerry Springer,
He's in
Did
Jersey.
did you
So
guys
excited.
see his
So
video
excited for
of
this.
his will? Did you
No.
guys see his
No.
video of his will?
No.
To his kids?
No,
No.
no. Pull it up.
So he did a video will
Oh,
for his
God.
kids, and he gave all his money to some. He found out he had some like kid with a woman back in the day, and
Of course he did.
he gave
we
all the
all?
money to this kid. What was it? Yeah. So yeah,
Oh, I
it
can
was
see
it
it
was
now.
great to watch. Why is my internet cutting out?
It's fine.
Because you're in Canada.
If we win
Cantaloupes.
if we win all these billions tonight, we're gonna buy Starlink. We're gonna buy off Musk. We're gonna change it back to Twitter, and Molson's gonna get some banging ass internet. I don't care. I don't care if I don't care if I gotta run a Cat 6 up to his house. I don't care. Whatever we gotta do.
So Hyken and Hammond, thanks for $2 super chat. Says there's a history with Elon wanting an app named X. You're probably right.
Okay.
You're probably right.
But he bought Twitter just so he could stop people tracking his airplane.
So stupid.
What
Twitter
what
didn't-
that have to do with
Did you,
That doesn't have anything to
I
do
saw
with
a tweet.
Twitter.
airplanes?
I saw a
should
tweet
be able
this
to-
morning.
There
He
were
should
guys
be
that
able
were
to stop
posting
I
it.
saw
You saw an
Oh.
X this morning. You didn't see a tweet.
Listen, you can change the app, but you can't change me. Okay. Listen,
That's
I saw
right,
a tweet.
Molson, that's right.
I saw a tweet this morning of a content creator on X or whatever it's called with his new supposedly this person showed a receipt that like their message saying that their what do you call it their monetization for $5,000 something was being transferred to them. Like supposedly people are making some bang money on Twitter for
That's what
content
I've heard.
creation.
That's what I've heard. And we are live on
Yeah, so I'm-
on Twitter tonight. Or
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Twitter.
we're
I'm gonna
live
start-
on the X tonight.
Listen, I'm going to start a Twitter and I'm going to do some like angry ranting political stuff just to sell subscriptions and make
Yeah,
coin. That's
That's
what I'm
like
going to do.
most
Yep.
of Twitter.
It's not Twitter
Exactly.
anymore. It's like most of the X. The X is always
Yeah.
pissed at you.
Yeah.
always going to be
So-
Twitter.
And
I know,
most of you
right?
can't be
And
on the
it's
X
supposed-
because
And
you don't have blue hair.
we're simulcasting to the X tonight. So you have YouTube and the X.
we making
so
any
decide
money?
where you want to go.
Are we making it?
Not on,
Are we
not,
making
on,
it-
not on the X.
any
We're
money?
not monetized on Twitter.
So the X is taking something from us.
Yeah, pretty much. We had like
giving
90
them
something
free
viewers
content. Been there, done that.
on the
Been
We
there,
X.
should get
Yeah.
Elon Musk on the show. We should get
I
Elon
agree.
Musk on our show.
Yes.
He's not. If he's
Absolutely.
You know
if he's
what?
down in Texas, I can go down there.
Let's do it. Let's send him a message. Be like,
Dear
we want a
Elon.
geek to come on a geek show.
We want to talk
We-
about starships and ham radio.
Can you imagine
Here's
me
our
asking-
requirements. You must be high.
That's only on the Rogan show.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine me asking him what his favorite band is?
Yeah.
What's he gonna say? Do Do you like chicken, steak, or fish? Barbecue chips
He's
or
probably
regular?
going to tell
No.
you 20 meters.
I think we should try. I think we should try to get Elon on.
I will totally send him a message on Twitter or on X or whatever the hell it's called.
And send him like
Sorry, we
send him
already
this
got him on
episode.
Saturday, man.
Yes, this episode of absolutely.
Yeah, give him send him the clip of the cantaloupe story, and
So
it'll be perfect.
Elon's going to be on Coffee and Ham Radios on Saturday, so you guys
Sure.
you guys be sure to tune in on Saturday to Coffee and Ham Radios for Elon Musk.
No, totally send it. See, we get Elon on, then we get Joe Rogan on. We get Joe Rogan
that'd be
on,
nice.
and then it doesn't
I don't know
stop.
if we could survive a Joe Rogan episode. We're barely
We can
surviving
be-
the birthing episode.
Wait. Joe Rogan, then Tucker Carlson.
No.
What? No,
I will be sick that week.
Fuck. I don't want.
We have. You know who I want? I want Coco Diaz. I want Coco Diaz.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I like him.
I want Snoop Dogg.
I could
Yes,
be on board with that. Yeah.
Yes, and who's my comedian Julio, not Julio
Iglesias.
Iglesias,
Gabriel.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Fluffy.
I
Right?
thought he was
Gabriel,
gonna
I
say
want the
Lawrence
fluffy
Welk.
man.
It's me, Fluffy.
No, I want the fluffy on here. I want the fluffy on here.
So I just looked in there and I saw that there were other people that were smoking
We're all
cigars
fluffy.
in the chat. So if you're smoking something in the chat, it's rhetorical. If you're smoking something in the chat that you would like for us to
Oh my god.
experience, let us know.
Experience.
Cigars.
You ain't
son.
never been nowhere,
legal
have you,
stuff.
son?
Me? I've been everywhere.
Depends on where you're at. It's all legal.
No, that's true. But if you're smoking a cigar that you like, put it in the chat. We'd like to see it. Izzo got the tattoo.
That's why.
Man, I just hope the
Ram
sheriff's
Cornwall
office don't drive by my house after the show because they're going to stop.
So Tony, I believe Tony is a product. What is a prodigal son there? The Tony Kilo 1 Alpha Mike Tango. I think he said before he hasn't been here a while. He realized why he didn't, and then he did an LOL. And I was like, that's a little passive aggressive. Not too sure if he's being,
Right.
And then he said, I think he said later on, he goes, I love it. And he just said he needs a shower after this. But listen, Tony,
A cold shower. Sorry.
thank you for
man.
coming back home, son. And I was getting offended. I almost started crying. I didn't know how to take your comment. I was like, is he?
Tony, we have a
Is he
chair for you in
insulting
the
cantaloupe
clubhouse.
or not?
No. But we have a chair for him, but no one else is going to sit in it. That's just going to be his chair.
You have your own table.
Jason suggested getting Hunter Biden on and see what he's smoking today.
Oh God.
What's with all these? I don't want to talk to these people.
Me
They take
neither.
too much of our time, and
I
these
gotta
people
hear
take too much
about- I
time.
gotta
We
hear
just-
about
just
him
the rich guy
on
who's
CNN
buying
and
stuff.
shit. I'd rather talk to
Yeah,
somebody.
but the guy
interesting.
says funny shit all the time. He does. He's
Shane,
hilarious.
There's a dispensary on Broadway in Nashville.
I wouldn't
Is
know.
it
I'm not.
legal in
I'm not allowed to
Nashville?
partake in that because
Neither
I
is
work
it
for the
legal in
FAA. So I'll stick to my cigars. Thank you very
I'm
much.
aware of that.
I work for another 3-letter identifier, so yeah, I'm.
Send me
right
the link in
there
the back chat.
It was a trailer. It was literally a tow behind trailer.
God, walk into my Airstream and let me show you my collection.
No, it wasn't even that big. It was a
Just
concession
FYI,
stand.
it is not legal in Alabama. So
Welcome to my Winnebago. Let me show you what I got back by the king size bed that's
yeah,
been
with
there
some
for
guy
42
in his
years.
underwear coming out of the Winnebago. When you,
The best
There's a
part was
cantaloupe run,
the police were standing in front of it.
of course.
Yeah,
course they
but
were.
It's legal, so whatever.
I was just thinking, if we wanted to have a crazy show, a wild show.
We
there's-
already having a crazy shit.
No. I mean, really, we need 3 guests. Number 1, we need Elon Musk. All right. Number 2, we need Alex Jones.
Oh
Right?
no, I can't put up with that much crazy.
No, just think
That's
about it.
too
These
much
guys will go
crazy.
at each other.
that's
Exactly.
true. That's true.
He would tell us. He would tell us how
be
ham
cutting each
radio is. How ham radio was designed in the
dude.
early 100 years ago to take over the world. That's seriously
like the
right.
Right.
That's like the Morton
And
Down. That's like what the Morton Downey show was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, totally.
You guys don't know who Morton.
And
Downey
if we could
Morton
get
Downey was like
if
that.
we could get George Norris or back from the dead,
Oh god.
that would
Coast to coast.
those 3
He did
coast
that,
to
right?
coast. Yeah, dude, I used to listen to that. So when I was in
That's
college,
a
I used to
truck
go to the
driver in me,
gym.
Sorry.
I used to go to the gym at nighttime. Like usually you go like I'd hit the road at like 11 to get to the gym. It was 45-minute drive, and then I come back, and I would always listen to him. Always.
James, totally. Woody Harrelson and Willie Nelson be an excellent show.
Is that how you got buff?
I was gonna say them and Cheech and Chong, and I think we'd.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
I think one of them
Just
dead,
even-
isn't he?
No, Cheech. No, both
No.
the Chong,
No,
the
they're
Cheech and
doing
Chong
all right.
are still good.
I thought Tommy Chong
doing
had
all right.
passed away.
No.
He's still good.
Okay.
You
Man,
can find
Coast
him
to
on the
Coast.
TikTok.
That'd be. I missed that show. That was
What was
awesome.
Coast to Coast? It sounds familiar. How long ago was that?
It's probably back in the 2000s.
Yeah, it would have been
was-
2000, 2001,
Early
2002.
2000s.
Yeah,
And what format was it?
Yeah.
in?
It was terrestrial radio.
radio. Yeah, dude,
It
you had
was-
all
it
kinds
was-
of crazy people.
It
on
was
there.
super late night stuff.
Oh yeah, it was
Like
crazy, but it was
Stern
fun.
late
It's
night?
it's kind of like reading, like when you read a fiction book about like
Yeah.
yeah. It was fun like that.
I think it's still going.
It could. I
It
think
was.
they had
It was
different
on. It
people
was on AM. It was on AM.
Yeah,
It's Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
One of those syndicated clear channel
From 70
clear
let's
channel
see.
stations.
Oh, he's still on.
is he?
He's still. Yeah, he's still kicking.
Well, then
He's
get him
still-
on
I
the
thought
show.
he- I
Then
thought
get
he
him on the
died,
show.
dude. He could talk about how, dude. Think about it, the trifecta. So George would talk about how ham radio is secretly communicating with the aliens and letting them know our advancements in life, and then
10
you
PM
would
to
get
2
like
AM is a George Norrie
you
show.
get Alex Jones who would be like, and the government's using that to and then you would get Elon. He'd be like, oh, I'm facilitating it.
I would
So
love,
like just
I would love to get George Norrie on.
Molson, your impression is very good. I want to tell you that Molson.
So Coast to Coast AM airs on over 600 stations in the U.S. That's syndication right there.
Drop a link.
dude, and it's crazy crap. I don't know how they put them all over the place, but it's fun to listen to because like these people,
excellent.
dude, these people are like, yeah, some of these guys are.
I dropped the link.
But then
There we go.
hold on, I gotta say that's early 2000s, and then meanwhile, you guys in Congress are talking about UFOs and aliens over there, and
They
so
go
like
talk
what
to
sounded
George.
like
George got it first.
Yeah.
And nobody cares.
Yep.
George's like, I've been telling you for 25 years, guys. This is crazy.
I've been telling you since 1974.
Yeah.
You guys try to demonetize me for misinformation, and here you are in Congress talking about
knew
aliens
it
in
when-
Area 51.
Did I tell y'all
We
about
knew it when it-
the guy over in the UK, the video I
No.
seen talking about that? He put
No.
up a short, and he's like, I don't get it, and he's got the UK accent and everything. So, I don't understand you
Also known
Americans.
as British.
Yeah, okay. So, and then he's like, I don't understand you Americans. Your government just admitted to aliens being real, and everybody's like, whoop de doo, whatever, you're carrying on your life. Why are you not running around? I was like, because we don't care. They're
No,
not
we
Yeah,
gonna
but why
talk
do
to
they
us.
always find? Why do they always find the guy from Mississippi or Missouri to go up there and
He said
represent the
Mississippi.
government?
Okay.
Thank God he didn't
think
say
about it.
Alabama.
So
Because he
yeah,
was
Right.
at first.
Thank you.
I see these clips. I see
Why
these
is it every
clips.
time
Like
there's a
I,
tornado, they show a trailer park?
Thank you.
shiny objects and beer cans. That's the only ones that see
Yes.
UFOs.
That's
listen,
right.
I'm
Yeah,
just.
come out of the back of the pickup truck.
Right.
I saw this video, and they're like the only place that people have seen UFOs, America.
No, we knew it when Will Smith came out with Independence Day. That was the proof.
That
Am
is
I-
the shittiest
That's how
movie.
it
Right
is.
or wrong?
No.
That was not a shitty ass. That
No,
was not.
it was
That's
not.
in the
You,
top
brother.
3 shitty movies of all time
No.
that normal
Shame
people
on
would
you.
ever watch.
Brother,
Shame
that's
on you,
fighting
Gene.
words.
Heem.
That's Gene.
No.
Gene, you're not going to get that invite for another
That
6
movie
more
was
weeks.
terrible.
No,
Why did
it
you
was
say-
not.
But imagine this,
Best
guys.
monologue ever.
Shane, what's that thing where people are saying that, like, say the Berenstein Bears, they used to be spelled differently? What is that called? Like that? It's You know, like when they talk about a movie, like the Monopoly guy, everybody thought he had an oracle or with the eye thing, but now he doesn't. It's like they changed the timeline. It's all over TikTok and stuff like that.
Retcon.
You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
What is it called?
I'll Google it. Joe Brett
It's like
me.
it's like most everybody doesn't realize that we came here on the Great Space Ark, except like a couple of us.
All right, so Baby Jinx says the Mandela effect.
Yes. Okay. So Mandela effect. What if
Brian says that also? Oh, the
what if
Smoke
Men in
Ape says it as well, and Scout 75.
that is what it's called.
Okay.
So what if Men in Black was actually a historical documentary, and the Mandela effect made it a fictional movie?
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
The
true.
Men in
What
Black
if?
is true.
What if?
The Men in Black
Yeah.
is true. When they went through those lists of all the aliens, Elvis, and when they went through
Elvis
all
ain't
that
dead.
whole,
He just went home.
that's right. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, Men
Or what if?
in
Just
Black.
look right
What if
here.
it? What if it really happened and they did their little light thing on all of society, humanity? We don't remember it.
We got bleeped.
That's right.
We got bleeped. We got
It could have
blinded.
happened.
You know how we get bleeped on YouTube for saying that? It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
No, that's called being
that's only
demonetized.
God
Yeah.
is spoke
On
that's demonetized. Well, Cartman, look what happened on South Park with Cartman, man. Cartman knew. Come on, man. We know this.
I cannot
shit is
believe
happening.
103 people
Cartman.
have stuck around for this shit. Thank you.
Nobody can.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. 103
Am
people
I the only one-
at the
am
hour
I
and
the only
47-minute mark. Y'all are awesome.
Am I the only
disabled
one who
their
felt
backbone.
bad? For,
That's true.
Wait,
you
am I
can't
the-
leave. Once you're here, you're stuck.
no, I got a point here.
We should. What are we gonna call this episode? It's gonna be like cantaloupes, baby burritos, and what? Aliens?
No,
Baby
Hotel
burrito?
California.
Yeah.
I never said baby burrito. I said a hot dog with sauce. Lots of sauce.
Okay, tomorrow I've got to go up to the ER and ask the doc. I said, "You ever seen a baby
You
burrito?"
ever seen a baby burrito? I need a hot pocket for a baby. I need a newborn hot pocket.
Am I the only one
gonna
who
look at you and
felt
go,
bad for Cartman? When that poor little kid Cartman got taken by the aliens and what they did to his rear end. Come on, man. That's a kid. Yeah, he's a smart ass kid. He got a foul mouth, but still, man. Just,
Dunn SKT would like us to recognize Jim's YouTube channel in the chat. There's links
you.
there if you
Thank y'all.
like Tiger Tales and
Man,
Tiger
it was just
Tails.
the thing for like 3 videos.
I agree.
Jesus.
I agree.
I mean, one goat, right? One
somebody
goat,
in
and
the
you
chat
never
said
hear
it
the
was
end
4.
of it.
You know, I mean,
4, 3,
So,
whatever.
Doug, it's not me. It's Izzo. He's worse. Way worse.
well, I did not say any bad words tonight.
I've only said 2,
I said 0 so far.
and I retracted the first one.
And I might have misenunciated or pronunciated a few different words, but that's different. That's different than the 4. That's different than the 7 dirty words that you're not supposed to say on YouTube.
Oh, no, you know, they broke that, right? They say it, well, on TV, they've said a lot of those words. On
Well,
TV.
A lot
past
of them,
11
yeah. That's no longer the case.
Past 11, past 11 o'clock at night right now.
So Don's
No,
also sharing
no,
coasttocoastam.com, which is the George Norrie radio show. So if you're not familiar with that and you're bored in the evening time, George has got a great show, and you get some context of what we're talking about. So UTV and Ham says nobody pushing merch. So if you're
Brett,
going to
drop the link.
Huntsville, Joe Brett has this
Jim,
really
buy the
has this-
damn boards, please.
Right?
Get these some bitches out of my house.
Joe Brett created
Gene,
this
what are you selling?
really cool T-shirt for Huntsville Ham Fest. If you're interested, he'll drop a
gosh.
link in there.
Mine came
Stand
in
up
last
and
week.
show us your shirt, Joe.
I don't have. You have one of the new ones?
No. This come from Bill, Ham Radio Basics. It come in the mail today, so I threw it on. Thank you, Bill, with Ham Radio Basics. You check his channel.
Well,
out, too.
stand up,
Bill
man.
was
Let
supposed to
let's
send
see-
me a
let's see
merch
the goods.
package, and I haven't
That's
got
all
it
it
yet.
is.
Let's see the goods.
There's
You can't
nothing
see
but
that.
belly below it. I mean, come on.
We don't want to see that.
We had
I
to see
wanna-
Don's.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell?
Not by choice.
Jim bought an overstock of fidget spinners, and he needs to get rid of. Jim, take this moment to tell us about those fidget spinners you got. You can't run the
not a-
commercial because this isn't y'all's.
Yeah, it's
Coffee
not my
Ham Radio.
YouTube. This is the AIOC board.
The
So this will let
all-in-one
you,
cable.
all-in-one cable. Yep, which Joe Brett has one right
I've
there.
got one right over there.
And
And
what
this
does it
is
do?
this
Has
is the
USB-C.
DIY model. So it comes with the chip that did not get put on at the factory, and you can do it yourself for $12 a piece. Or if you buy in bulk, I will give you hella deal.
Hey,
You're bringing those to
Crazy
Huntsville,
Eddies.
right?
What does it do?
Do they work?
What does it do? What's the
Yeah,
purpose?
they'll
What
work.
does
You put on that
everything?
chip, it'll work fine.
What does it do? You guys are not
You
telling
can
me what
use it
does do.
with
Info
Chirp
commercial.
to program your radio. You can use it with Direwolf to do APRS with the Raspberry Pi and whatever crappy HT you have. I mean, it's a COM board to talk to any radio with a K connector, as
All right,
long as
but
that
wait.
radio does not have the COM port built in the radio, and a few
All right.
HTs do.
But wait, there's more. Do you get a sticker with it?
wait, there's more.
Do you get a
Listen, if
sticker?
you want to buy 10 of these, I will send a whole sticker pack with it.
There you go. See, man,
For free.
This is how we do it. This is how we move it. There you
free.
go.
Oh,
read
that
it.
was a great hat. All right, so hold on.
2021.
And of course, we have
Close to
tumblers.
years.
I know,
antennas.
right? Mine's in the closet.
Oh,
We don't have
So-
T-shirts.
Joe Brett, do you want to share
That one?
share the pictures of the T-shirt you created for Huntsville?
Okay.
Sorry.
Mike, K at MRD is all excited because we're talking about APRS. He's clicking right now to buy several of these.
Oh, the
Are
AOIC.
you bringing those boards to Huntsville?
Yeah,
He better. There you go, right there.
yeah.
So,
So,
you have
of course, I have my call sign, a little logo on it. But if you scroll down, there's a blank area for you to add your own call sign if you'd wish, or you can just buy a
Wow.
little sticker if you like stickers. Then there's Helm Fest Paradise version, and a few more
Bless
little
you.
knickknacks that
you.
I just come up with. But
So I want to call out that the that sticker right. Well, that's not a good view of it. Go to the big view.
talking about
That's what she said.
So that pavilion in the center with everybody's like arm over arm, that is a correct depiction of what happens if you're either camping at Montesano or you come into Montesano. Either one of those. When you
No.
go to the pavilion, that is the greatest form of ham radio brotherhood ever.
Camaraderie.
It's
Yeah.
missing a couple of things:
Drunks.
the cigars and the beer steins.
Well, the beer steins are in the back behind everybody else, along with the cigars. But
The only thing the only thing that's
people that
missing
are-
is Norm on the ground underneath the tree beside the three.
that's going to be on next year's.
I told you he's just on the other side of the hill
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
He's
For a
just-
full day, we couldn't find him.
Pretty much. So
Well, that's where you need to put APRS. No, that's where you need to put APRS
that's how you
on
find
Norm's,
him.
on Norm's belt loop.
Apple
Yeah.
tag.
Yeah.
Hiking and Hammond, you're pretty close there, buddy.
He's
it's
not
gonna be
wrong.
it's going to be a lot of fun. Most of the YouTube folks, most of the Clubhouse folks are going to be at staying in Montesano in a cabin. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm honestly sad that I'm gonna miss it this year. It is a lot of fun. Mike
suck.
and AYO, Poda all day. I think on Saturday.
3/4 of coffee and ham radio
Yeah.
will be there.
There'll be a
I'm
ton
not
of folks
going.
there. If you're not, we'll go.
3/4.
Molson will go next year, and we'll drag Izzo with us.
That's what
There you
I'm
go.
thinking of. We got
So
But,
have you left Connecticut at all this year?
He's
for
got
Ham
children's
Fest?
going to college.
Oh, so he's broke as.
See,
it's timing. It's just timing. But
Yep.
I'm thinking if with Maggie going to be a sophomore next year, she's going to know how to do this stuff. Move yourself in. You know,
so
You know what
apparently, Jason
yeah,
says at Montesano we're going to have breech birth delivery lessons.
Let me give you
at
that
the
lesson
pavilion.
right now. You apply oxygen and diesel fuel to that problem.
Don't cut the cord.
You
don't get the point.
gas her and hit the pedal to the metal and get to the hospital because you need a real grown up for
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
We don't
We've
fool with
got-
that in the
so-
field.
So we've got about 4 minutes left in our 2-hour block.
thank God.
We want to say thank you guys. There's 100 people watching. Thank you so much.
That was the fastest 2 hours.
It's the fastest 2 hours.
My
The fastest 2
God.
hours in ham radio. So
Holy
let's start out with Jim. We'll go in reverse order here. Jim, thanks for being here tonight. Where we're going to see you next? What's coming up for Huntsville? Whatever you want to drop. You've got a couple minutes. Drop it.
I've got, I think, 3 videos dropping this week. Rumor has it that there may be Jim doing a POTA next week.
Oh,
Huntsville?
Indeed. Yeah, at Huntsville.
it should be at Huntsville.
Because I can sit outside my cabin at the picnic table, and if I get tired, I'll go inside to the air conditioning.
Thank you. Exactly.
No, the video dropping tomorrow. I put together a kit to do POTA, and I'm going to do POTA at Huntsville because it's a POTA soda, and then I can check that box off, and then y'all can't shame me for not doing POTA anymore.
We'll get you hooked on POTA, and then you'll be doing it all the time.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. That's going to have to be some high test kind of stuff for me to get hooked on that one. I don't know. I live in Alabama, man. It's hot like every day, except the 4 days it's not.
Jim,
South Carolina.
outside.
you got to get the ATNOs. That's what gets you into POTA.
Well, they don't have
What?
those in Texas. Everybody's activated everything in Texas. So.
Somebody on Twitter today was
Anyway.
talking about they're going to do an activation this coming weekend, and I looked up the park. I'm like, it's never been operated before.
You should just go up there and do
And then
it
I was
beat
like,
them to
it's
it.
only like
Totally
3.5,
should.
4 hours away.
I totally would. Do that.
I'm
If
sure,
I was,
I'm
if
sure
I was in your
Montesano-
position, I totally would drive up there just to beat them to it, just because I'm that asshole.
Or,
I'm sure that
wait by the
Montesano's
gate.
probably
No,
been
wait by the
activated,
gate. Wait by the gate saying, hey, guys, have fun. I did it. You know, this is where I, sat.
I got it an hour ago. Sorry.
I would keep my log till that morning and then send it to Steve. So while the guy's at the park,
Steve's
it gets
uploading.
uploaded, and then he comes back. He's like, "Damn it!" He's like on Twitter. He's like, "I activated a park that's never been done before," and everybody looks up like,
Who the
Dude.
hell is
No,
getting
you're number 2,
YCD?
bro.
"Molson did it. Molson did it last week. What are you talking about? Like, chill out."
I'm
No,
sorry.
what
I
you
totally
do
would.
Is you wait till he uploads, so it shows him for one day as the first activator, and then you upload.
Okay, I gotta
that would be
find it.
Bug spray is required.
That would be awful,
And we're
but
all
awfully
Somebody
fun.
did that to
Supposed to
me.
be brothers.
Somebody
Stop
did
it. We're all
that to me.
supposed to be brothers.
We
around
are.
here.
But this brother happens to be funnier than the rest. We're gonna hold on to our log. We're gonna hang on to our logs and let that other guy think that he's got the upper end, and then
Somebody,
Oh, hell,
somebody
that's what
did
Frank
that
the
to
Tank
me.
does all the time.
So
it's been done to me too.
Lou
I
made
did
a
it to
big,
somebody
good
else,
point.
so.
We've had a lot of thunderstorms the last couple 3 weeks, and I don't know about the Huntsville weather pattern because it's 3 hours north of me. But be prepared, and we had one last year. Be prepared
Yep.
for a sudden hella downpour,
Yep.
and don't be hiking on the trail when it hits.
Yeah, bring your radio. Bring your radio inside. Your antenna outside. You can still run POTA whenever it's storming. Just
Right.
Stay away from the trees.
and be prepared for skeeters.
oh god, yes,
Don SKT asked that in the chat. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
totally.
Bring some
Whack
deep
it off.
woods
I'm
off,
I'm-
or
They sell some deed
Whack
at
it
the Dollar General.
just get the
I will
straight
have
up
my
deep.
thermosol with me.
Yeah, you don't need the off. Just get the deet.
Spray DEET all over yourself, and don't mind the third eyeball you grow. It'll be okay.
So all right. So where did we leave off? Did we start
Joe
with
Brett.
Jim or where did we start? Joe
We started
Brett.
with Jim. Jim's done.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Joe Brett.
Oh, I thought we was
You got
gonna.
you got videos coming up.
Well, it's funny. I've got a video that's been there for a week now, but only channel members have seen it. Sorry, and it's probably going to stay that way. But all my videos now are at least a day or a few, depending on what kind they are. Members will see it first. Thank you to those.
You should have the one channel member.
Yeah. So,
It's the one he's married to. Nicole
Thank you,
said, "I feel
thank you,
sorry
Freddie
for
Mac.
my boy."
Thank you, Freddie Mac, for joining the Joe Brett's channel.
yeah, we're actually up to
Exclusive
6
action.
now.
Hey,
Yeah.
look at that.
So,
I was gonna say Joe's in a little bit of trouble for that video, but
No,
it's okay. We
I
had a
was
discussion
I was
yesterday.
doing that on mine. I said, "Nah."
'Cause I actually sit down yesterday and I'm like, hey, I really need to release a video this week and I haven't recorded one. Do you mind if I just make that one public? And she's like, I didn't have no makeup on and we was going to the Dollar General. I wasn't ready. And I was like, can I
It's a
release
bunch
the
of-
video?
it's a bunch of ham radio guys. They don't care.
Yeah. She knows what she ended up saying. She's like, most of them's met me and they know how I am. So
They'll bring the the spinach dip.
Yes.
So I told her, I said, they're going to see you at Huntsville every year without your makeup anyway. So, but, so anyway, I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I told the members that was going to be a members only one. So we're going to keep it that way as long as I can. So I said, I'll be back. And I come out here in the shack and, recorded some video before it got too dark outside. Cause a lot of it's recorded outside, but it is, already there, viewable for those great 6 folks, and I'll release it tonight, tomorrow, sometime this week.
So what you're saying is you installed the radio in her truck now, not just the Tahoe.
Much. Yeah.
I'm not going through that much trouble with hers, but I have thought about it. But maybe after at Huntsville, I can get another one with a remote head.
There you go.
Yeah.
Links to Joe Brett's channel is in the description of the Clubhouse, along with all of ours that you see here tonight. If you want to join any of our YouTube channels, they're going to be listed in the description of the video. Anyway, Izzo, go ahead, buddy.
I really got nothing, man. I'll see you guys next week.
See
And
you
maybe
next
someday
Tuesday.
maybe I could be yummy. And
Stop.
No, I don't want to see that. Steve, save us, buddy. Save us.
Just here next Tuesday. I hope to get a couple of videos done this weekend. We'll see. I am going to try to build that DX Commander and video it with the new setup.
You're probably going to beat me to mine because we're going to wait until Jason, me, and Frank are in the same zip code for 2 days.
You're going to wait forever if you're waiting on Jason.
I'm going to make him
hell
do it.
frozen over.
Yes, it has.
So I want this one built because I want to use it at Huntsville. I want to set it up
there you
outside my
go.
camper and just run, because the Clubhouse is getting a kilo at Huntsville this year.
We have to beat Coffee and Ham Radio
participate
for
in that
next
kind of
year.
stuff, man. Oh,
Like
POTA
you.
kilo.
W.
Okay.
I thought that's a sworn officer of the law right there.
Oh,
Or it depends how tonight goes. He might not be.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about
Yeah, he may be transitionally employed by next week.
he just might be the custodian, so that's a
Yeah.
whole different. You mean W2HRC will be on the air, Steve?
The W2HRC will be on the air from Monsanto. I will.
And we want 1,000 contacts.
Guys, you heard it here. Breaking news.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Steve's going to have the G-Pack. Is that what I heard?
Something like that.
Y'all didn't get that. I've been watching The Wire, man.
I got a
Make
260 amp hour battery sitting right over here.
Make sure you have W2HRC in your ham alert.
Your ham alerts. Ham alert.
And if I'm sitting there drinking, I'll probably be running FT8 or FT4. But
There you go. We'll still make you contacts.
still making the contacts because, I'll be a couple of beers in. Or a couple of whiskeys in.
We
We'll see.
wouldn't expect anything less.
It's Monsanto. Hey.
All right. All right, Daniel, your turn. What's up, buddy? What's coming up?
So I Google mapped it. It's 5.5 hours.
To
I don't know.
Huntsville?
No.
it's more than that.
Yeah.
To that
to that
ATO.
POTA. But I just found a 3-for. Anyways,
Do it.
I got nothing. At one point, I'm gonna have my video edited, and you'll see it when you see it.
Nice. Perfect. All right. That's all I've got for tonight. I probably won't have a video coming out for a little bit until I get settled into the new job. I'm not going to be in Huntsville, so you won't see any videos from that. So make sure you're subscribed to Jim and Izzo and Joe Brett. And Joe Brett's going to have a lot of fun in Montesano, so hopefully he records lots of videos for that. I don't have anything else, so if you guys want to start the awkward wave, and we'll hit the button, and we'll say see you guys next time. Thanks for the
Play that
87
outro.
people who have hung out with us for 2 hours and 5 minutes. The 100 that hung out before that. 73 to you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. See you next week.
Bye.
Cantaloupe. Don't be James Bond and cut that orange or green cord.
So much I want to say.